Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast, a great place to play games and be better. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, the sleeveless wonder, the man who made me make all of our merch with no sleeves, PC Muscle Race LeRon Dawkins.
Long live play. Yes.
How's it going, LeRon?
It's going pretty good. I'm a little punch drunk because there was no Crossroads last night.
Yeah, but you got to host this show last week. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem. No, Stephanie and I held it down.
You did.
We were good.
It was good. It was a good show.
Good. We missed you though. Didn't we say we missed Corey 3 or 4 times throughout the show?
No, I believe you made fun of me a couple times. I listened.
No. Funny story. I saw a couple of times where you were razzing us in the comments, but I was only logged in to stream. I wasn't actually logged in as under Boss Rush on the browser. Mm-hmm. So here I am sitting here thinking I'm replying to you, and I'm not replying to you because it's not even going to your stream. Mm-hmm. It wasn't even going to the account.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's cool.
Hey, that's what happens when you only have 20 minutes to prepare.
That's fair. Yeah, I was I felt like I had this. Well, I'll just introduce everybody else. Also joining us is the writer extraordinaire, Stephanie Klimov.
And I'll be one of the first to buy said merch. I've been waiting long enough.
I know.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
I've been trying to get it up, and now it's through this weird approval process. Man. I realized my wording was not great. It's fine.
I'm ready for all the sleeveless stuff. We got muzzle shirts, we got tank tops, do we have stringers?
What?
Stringers, the dental floss freaking tank tops. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought it was a thong or something.
Yeah, I was there's no banana hammocks in the
stuff is
I mean, I guess we have 3-part masks. I guess you could try to articulate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, challenge accepted.
Also joining us is the PlayStation Doctor himself, all the way from Crossroads, the PlayStation Podcast, Austin Campbell.
Woo!
Yeah. A long, far away from Crossroads.
Yeah.
So far away.
Yeah.
Made a long trek here. That's all I can say.
You must be exhausted.
I mean, yes, but for other reasons. For just life in general, that I'm exhausted.
The triangle button fall off your Vita yet?
No. I don't use the triangle button for Galgun. That's the right stick. So that's the one with the right stick.
No. You use the back touchpad. That's what you use. Don't even try it.
I mean, yeah, but it's not really censoring it anymore. It's not really reading the motion anymore because it's just been so worn down from.
You wore it from all the fingering. From all the fingering, you wore it out.
No, from all those treasures that I had to dust off in Uncharted Golden Abyss. Okay, it's not from Galgun or anything. It's not from panties.
Oh man,
anything like that. Just find treasures with good old Nathan Drake. That's all.
See, this is what you guys miss when you don't tune in the Crossroads.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. Well.
And there'll be more on After Dark. Whenever that happens.
Gosh, After Dark's gonna get real.
Let me tell you. Listening to shout out to Objectively Bad Opinions podcast with Waz D and the Diggy. They got some wild stories, man. And then I started thinking about my wild stories, and I don't know if I'm prepared to share them on After Dark. I really don't.
No,
I really
that's
don't
what it's for. You're unprepared, and that's okay.
That's
like the time I was trying to impress a girl when I was really young and in college, and I drank I chugged a bottle, a big giant bottle of vodka, and I threw up in the yard. And then when I went back there a year later to help him move, that entire spot was still brown. I don't know if it was just coincidence or not, but we'll leave that to everybody else.
Stained.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was 15 years ago.
I have a lot of embarrassing stories, but I've never had that type of embarrassing story.
I mean, I mean,
Mine have never
Like,
been public.
what fraternity were you in?
I wasn't in one. Look, we'll save those stories for after dark. Okay, I got a few. I got a few. Kind of embarrassing. It's okay. That's what it's for. So, anyways, by the way, just a programming warning here. My son is sleep training, so you may or may not hear him scream in the background when I talk. I'm going to mute myself when I'm not talking, but no promises.
I remember those days.
No excuse.
Yeah.
But continue.
But anyways, thank you guys for holding down the fort last week. I appreciate it. I had this weird, it was literally just like a 12-hour bug thing. And I started feeling it at work. I came home. I thought I was going to throw up. And I literally passed out on the couch at 6:30. I woke up at 8:15 or 8:10 or something. I messaged LeRon, LeRon, can you please host tonight? And I'm scrambling to get him the information. I almost just said, hey, just scream it on yours. I know it's already set up for that. But
but I want. But you know what I'm trying to do is, particularly at least with the Boss Rush podcast, is I'm trying to make sure it's its own entity. So it's no problem for me to sign out and sign back into my Twitch. I mean, in my OBS settings. I just realized I think my OBS settings still have that stuff locked in, so I need to sign out and sign back into my regular stuff. So there's no problems.
So, but
I don't want to mess around and stream Monster Hunter on Boss Rush Network.
Oh, jeez. I did like Mark's topic a lot last week, though. It was good. It was a good topic.
Oh yeah. That dude brings some wonderful topics. I feel like he might soon be my favorite guest for the show.
My only question was, why am I on the show now, and just why don't you have him on all the time?
No, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works, Austin. We have a rotating fourth chair here.
You can it's like whose line is it anyway? Where it's you have that rotating fourth chair, but everyone knows we like to keep the same person.
The ratings always shine when that one person is on. Every so often.
There's Chip. There's those Robin Williams episodes that are really great. Whoopi Goldberg episodes, and then you get Greg Proops on an episode, and then you're like, this could have went without.
But I mean, that episode wasn't the hot episode. The hot episode was 3 weeks ago when Story and I were on. That was the hot episode.
Was that the Muscle Man episode?
according to our the people in our comments, yes.
Yeah, was it the most athletic nerd podcast ever?
Yeah, I saw that. What?
I'll be on the most unathletic podcast. I'd be down to do that. I could do it. Could be on there.
Yeah.
I qualify.
Wait a second. Hold on. A friend of mine just sent me something. I'm going to see if it works.
Oh boy.
What works?
Something to do with Uber.
Remember, 1 out of 3 times it doesn't work. So it's okay. It's okay, LeRon. They have fixes for that.
Let's see. Wallet. Scroll to the bottom.
Stephanie knows she's a pharmacist.
Promotions. Save the night CT. If this works. ... Okay, so apparently there's a promo going on Uber right now. So for anybody that uses Uber, open up the Uber app, go to your wallet, scroll to the bottom, and enter the promo code to get $10 off your next 30 rides. And the promo code is Save the Night CT, all one word together, all caps. Save the Night CT. Mm-hmm. I just did it and it approved it. So yeah.
All right.
Okay. Before we actually get into the meat of the show, LeRon, how excited are you for the Monster Hunter Sonic the Hedgehog crossover that's happening?
It needs to die in a fire.
Are you sure? Because your Palico can now be Sonic the Hedgehog, Fat Sonic, by the way, not athletic cool Sonic, but
no,
Fat Sonic from Sonic 2.
You know what? Here's the one thing I will say in the history of Monster Hunter, since they've been doing like these crossover like DLC things, like there's always one that's bad, and I dare say I think this is the final like DLC, like crossover DLC for Monster Hunter Rise before they start working hardcore on the expansion, and of course they saved the stinker for last.
But your dog character can be Tails.
Boo. You know, and the sad part is
the bad one for World.
For World, shoot, it wasn't the Assassin's Creed one. I know that
There wasn't one.
Good.
Monster Hunter World is perfect, Austin. Didn't you know that? LeRon's review, 11 out of 10.
Think of one.
Breaks Metacritic. 11 out of 10. Not enough frames. That's where he knocked his point off.
Not enough frames.
Let me see. Looking at this, actually all of them were pretty good for Monster Hunter World. You had Devil May Cry, you had Assassin's Creed, you had Final Fantasy 14, the Mega Man, the Universal Studios Japan collaboration, The Witcher 3, Street Fighter 5, Horizon Zero Dawn.
I was gonna say the Horizon one was what made me want to buy it for PlayStation.
Yeah, and then the Resident Evil 2 stuff. Yeah, so if I had to pick a stinker out of the Monster Hunter World stuff, I'd probably say it was the Mega Man stuff. It was a little too odd. Like it was blocky Mega Man. It was the blocky Mega Man.
It's okay.
But that's just a stretch. That's just me being picky.
They should have put box art Mega Man in the game instead. Remember when they did that? What game did they put box art Mega Man in? But he was just like some fat old guy in a yellow suit.
It was Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, there was 3.
Yeah. That's funny. That was awesome. Also, that game came out at a time when Keiji Inafune left, right, and like went to try to do Mighty Number 9. And that was like kind of their way to get back at him, was put out 2 great Mega Man games and then put fat Mega Man in the box art. That's so good.
Yeah, but man, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate had some of the best. It had freaking Link. It had Samus. Shoot. What else did it have? It had
Aloy.
It didn't have shoot. Didn't have Aloy. I know it had one of the characters from Animal Crossing in it.
Was it Isabel?
That one at all.
Probably Isabel. She's in everything. She's the crossover character.
Who is it?
Isabel?
Yeah, that was it. The little dog looking character, right?
Yeah, the yellow dog, cute little dog who's actually just like, her and Tom Nook. They just want all your money. That's all they want.
They just fleece the shit out of you, huh?
Mm-hmm. Animal Crossing, man. I tried really hard with Animal Crossing. I did. I
can't. I can't. Like there's just certain games I can't, and I swear my boyfriend plays them all, and it's like, what are you doing to me? I went to his place a couple of weekends ago, and he was legit sprucing up his island because he heard about the DLC that was coming out.
I have never played
I
Animal
it for
Crossing.
about a week. Oh, you never even played?
Never even played it.
That surprises me, I think. I don't know.
Really? How so?
I don't know. I don't know why that
Do
surprises
you
me.
like Sims type games or anything where like you're designing stuff? Because I feel like if you don't like those games, then Animal
really, but like
pointless.
For whatever reason, I got super into Harvest Moon 64 and then 64, but that was literally the only Harvest Moon I liked. So it's just like this random oddball thing. But other than that, I don't usually do those kind of simulator stuff. I'm like, why would I sit here and clean up an island when I could maybe save up money and fly to a real island? But okay.
Austin.
I stand by Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley.
I did buy it. I haven't played it yet, but
it's good.
I will do that.
I tried Stardew Valley too, and I just like, no. This game can kick rocks.
The fishing sucked, though. I hate the fishing. Fishing, I went.
I
rather go real fishing.
Yes.
You mentioned The Sims, and I got sad because, like, no more Sim City.
There is no Sim. no more SimCity?
Oh, the last SimCity basically like they had piss poor planning for that game and it basically buried the game.
Play City Skyline.
I love City Skylines, but man, City Skylines is technical. Woo.
Yeah, it's like it made my brain hurt the first time I played it. I was like, I am not in the mood to play this.
Yeah, you know,
go
like
back.
we spent all these years like learning how the economy and mechanics of Sim City worked, and man, City Skylines is like, nah, like screw that, man. Like welcome to third year calculus.
oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into the show right now, pretty quickly because we are going over the Game Awards. This is the topic tonight. There's not a 4-topic rotation. We're gonna kind of speed through, maybe like 1 or 2 games that we're playing, and then get into the Game Awards. Just because they're coming up, we kind of want to be timely with this. So not often we like to be timely, but we're gonna be timely with this because, well, that's what we decided. It's actually Stephanie made us do it. So, because, we all love Jeff Keighley so much that Stephanie just wants to talk about him for 2 hours. So, we're going to.
Yep. That is why.
Jeff Keighley.
So let's see. We got 30 categories. We've got 30 categories this year. I think they actually managed to squeeze a couple more in from last year.
Oh, okay though. But do we really want to do like the esports stuff?
We don't have to,
because I don't know anything about any of the
I have
esports
nothing to
stuff.
say about them.
I know a little bit about esports, but I don't know enough to let me see, best esports event. Yeah, I really can't help out on this one.
Like, I mean, good for them. Like, I'm good for you, but I would not be able to.
Content creator of the year. All right, the 4 content creators of the year are sitting in this chat. Okay,
exactly.
Without.
And I'm looking at those, but I'm looking at them. By the way, I don't know any of these guys. So,
well, if I'm, go ahead. I was just saying, if I'm working backward, like from the list, the first one that seems worth discussing is the most anticipated game.
Yeah. All right. So,
okay.
Our 2021 nominees for the Game Awards most anticipated game.
Whoa. Oh. I'm going to do housekeeping, and we're going to talk about games we're playing first.
Okay, my bad.
We got excited.
Did you not hear what I just said, like, literally 60 seconds ago?
I didn't hear what you said about housekeeping. I heard you say that we wanted to get through this fast.
I was trying really hard not to make this a train wreck. It only took like 17 minutes. So.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. You gave me all that power last week.
I did.
To run and host a show, so it's like.
I know.
You created a monster, Corey.
I did. You already have a show, LeRon. God, 2 actually.
My bad. I'm sorry.
2 of them.
I won't do it again.
This is the Boss Rush Podcast, the flagship show of the Boss Rush Network, where each and every week we get together with our friends from around the internet to talk about everything we love about video games, entertainment, and more. You can catch the Boss Rush Podcast every Wednesday night live on twitch.tv/Boss Rush Network or on YouTube and podcast services every Monday morning. Follow us on social media at Boss Rush Network. Join our Discord and Facebook group and find all of our shows and content on bossrush.net. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 announcements here. First of all, hopefully by the time you hear this on podcast feeds on Monday morning, our store will have our logo shirts up and a few other choice shirts up, so you can buy a logo shirt of your favorite podcast from the Boss Rush Network.
And it's clearly going to be this one.
Also, Stoy made me make a sick shirt because he says it all the time on Arsenal X, so that's also up.
Nice.
There's going to be a few other choice designs, I think. We'll get there. Maybe a Snacktendo shirt. We'll figure it out. Maybe a LeRon special. It's just a sleeveless shirt that says "Someone stole my sleeves." I don't know.
Or what's poppin'?
Yeah, what's poppin'? It's just it only comes in sleeveless options.
Exactly. You're welcome.
I like it.
Yeah. So we'll see. Well, you'll see that stuff there. Very excited. I'm very excited. They added hats. Not hats that I would wear, but there's hats. Stickers I'm very excited for. All kinds of cool stuff. Also, I'm I'm aware of the prices on some of these things. They need to be adjusted. My goal was to get the stuff on the store before I start adjusting the universal prices. So I'm sorry that your sticker costs $8. I will fix that. Secondly, I forget what the other thing was. Oh, YouTube. As of this recording, we are 6 subscribers away from 300 on YouTube. For some reason,
Oh, congrats.
in the last 8 days, we've gained over 20 subscribers for some reason. So, not that I'm complaining. I don't know where you're coming from, but thank you. Appreciate your love.
Yeah.
And hopefully you're going to see a few more things. Jacob and I are talking about getting Timelined off the ground. LeRon is getting After Dark off the ground. Ed and I are doing an expansion pack, an opening episode of expansion pack this week as well. New things, guys. New things coming your way. Austin's, I don't know. He'll show up on something.
Mighty Ducks season 2, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna do a special one-off for standard def for Mighty Ducks season 2. Do you think Logan has the audio still for those episodes?
I mean, probably depends on how many recipes he's got on his computer now.
That's fair.
And those recipes have got like 20,000 ingredients in them, and
That's fair.
it a lot of memory space there.
I'd ask him,
Probably
but
taking up.
he's got a real life now, so
Yeah, he's an adult.
yeah.
Adult shit to do.
You know, if he didn't tweet about it all the time, I wouldn't know he had a girlfriend. You know.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're still together when I checked 20 minutes ago. I'm just kidding, Logan. You know we love you. We're just giving you a hard time. We didn't see it wasn't Ed this time, guys.
Wasn't it?
He'll get his turn.
Yeah, that Ed guy. Ugh. No.
I already did my one Ed burn earlier before the show started.
Okay. Since we're on Ed right now, we'll get into what we're playing. I do have an Ed burn, a good one.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me what I was doing tomorrow.
Okay.
It's the United States. It's Thanksgiving. We're celebrating Thanksgiving, Ed. You want to know if I wanted to record something tomorrow, and I'm like,
Oh.
It's Thanksgiving, Ed. Give thanks. Spend time with your family. No working tomorrow. Although I will end up working tomorrow. No working tomorrow, everybody.
Is Walgreens open on Thanksgiving?
Uh-huh.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Are the pharmacy stores open? That sucks.
The ones at pharmacies are probably open.
Yeah, Ed said that they're
Yeah,
open
some-
because they have a pharmacy inside.
Mm.
So, sorry, Ed. I had to roast you. Anyways,
Damn.
let's talk about what we're playing, but let's do it kind of quickly because this list for Game of the Year, I didn't realize there was like 75,000 categories this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, Austin, you're our esteemed guest tonight.
Yeah.
What are you playing or watching? If you're watching something,
Oh.
what are you doing with your life? You tell us.
Oh, okay. Well, watching. We just finished. I've been trying to be better about actually watching stuff more because it's like one of the mediums I don't do very often is actually just watch TV that's not football related. So I've been watching stuff with Katie, and we finished only Murders in the Building, which LeRon I think talked about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so we finished it, and I liked it. I liked it, but I think it did get kind of slow at the end, like the last few episodes until like the very last one. And
Yeah.
then-
Yeah, didn't it feel like they kind of like wrapped the bow up a little too early? Like what the show was, what, like 10 episodes, right? It was 10 episodes, right?
yeah, it was like 10 episodes.
And
The
it felt
first
like
5
it
were
felt like in
good.
episodes. It felt like episode 7, like they kind of like displayed their hand.
Yeah, it was like, well, it's one of those things where like, oh, the ending, it's all wrapped up in episode 7, but there's 3 episodes to go. It's
Hey,
like,
you
well,
right?
then
Yeah.
I know this isn't. I know that there's a twist coming. You
It's
know?
like, gee,
And,
thanks for throwing the red herring.
And then it was one of those things where it just kind of wrapped up kind of quickly. Like all of a sudden, it's like, oh, all right. I will say I do like the acting in there. I like a lot of people in that show. It was good to see Nathan Lane on the show. I haven't seen Nathan Lane in a while. And the girl who plays Michael Scott's girlfriend in The Office, I forget what her name is. She's in the show. She's also on The Wire, which is what I knew her from. But and so it was pretty good. And then I want to watch the Cowboy Bebop show, but I haven't started it yet. It looked awesome. The trailer on the Netflix looked awesome because I haven't watched any trailers.
I know. I want to watch it too.
I've started watching it.
What do you think about it?
It's good. One of the things what I can tell you is throw your expectations out the window. If you're a fan of the manga and the anime, like throw your expectations out the window because they're trying to make it a unique story, but you will see elements of stuff that had happened in the series, which was cool. Like, so they're not playing right to the level of the anime, which is good. They are being creative and doing original stuff, original content and stuff. So yeah, it's good. Now I do have one major problem with it. The fight choreography is terrible.
Oh no.
Wow.
The fight choreography is terrible.
That's what makes it.
The gunplay stuff is great, but when they're actually doing like the hand-to-hand combat stuff, it's like oh, I just want to like jump out this window right now.
Man.
Wow.
That sucks to hear.
Yeah, I mean, but in my opinion, like, you know, like what I think it's like eight episodes on Netflix. But I'm invested in the season. Like I'm going to watch the whole season. Like I liked what I saw, and you know the characters. The only character that's needing to grow on me right now is the character they picked for Faye Valentine. But John Cho is Spike. The guy they have for Jet. They're pretty good. I feel like the guy for Jet though, like it seems like he's trying to do like Bo Billingsley's voice for the original voice actor, and it's like, dude, just use your voice.
Can you like tell that he's like trying to mimic his?
Yeah, he's trying to have that ashy voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good. It's good, and man, like they dropped some money on the production for this show. Like, I mean, like it. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I that trailer was like, I was like, this has the feel to it. I don't mind that if they're gonna play off the anime. I never read the manga because I don't read. But you know, I just, you know, as long as it's like, because like Death Note, I knew it was definitely not gonna be like the anime when they put the movie out. But that movie was like also way off. It's just like it was way too off for my liking. So, but I don't have too many expectations for it. Other than it looks cool, but the fight choreography makes it sound a little disheartening.
Yeah, yeah.
But then
my roommate and I, we watched the first episode, and we were both like, man, like they could have done a little bit better with the fight scenes, given that like the space westerns was all about this crap, you know?
Yeah. Is it more boring, or is it more like it's just not done well?
It's not done well. Okay. They look stiff sometimes. You know, it's like when you're practice fighting. You know, like it's like that. You know,
maybe John Cho needs to go to White Castle, get loosened up a little bit, and he'll be good to go.
Well, it's not just him. It's not just him. It's everybody I've seen so far has done like the hand-to-hand stuff. Like
they all need to go to White Castle.
Yeah, there's a little bit they could have done, but you know, I don't know. You know, it could have been like they just didn't have enough time with the shooting schedules and stuff to like get some more of this stuff down or whatnot. So you know, there's always a reason why some of this stuff, unless you know that reason why is they just didn't care. You know.
Right. So anyway, that's all that I've watched, played. I'm playing 2 games in particular. LeBron, I broke my deal, by the way. Black Friday came and I bought multitudes of games,
Ugh.
just so we're clear. But I am playing Deathloop and Battlefield 2042. One of them I'm in love with, and one of them I'm not crazy about. And,
how much was Deathloop on Black Friday? How much was it?
$30 on Amazon.
Okay.
So and that was the physical copy.
So I wonder how much it is on Steam.
That I don't know, but I think it's also on the PS5 store on sale. But I think it's only $40.
And I can hear Stoy like just tearing into me again. like oh, it's $30. It's $30 on Steam right now.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
Deathloop is $30. Guardians of the Galaxy was $30. So I bought that one on Amazon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mass Effect I found on a $30 deal. So I bought all three of those.
Guardians of the Galaxy is not $30 on Steam right now. It's $39.
Yeah, it's 38 on Xbox right now.
That's why you buy it on that PS5 that you have, LeRon. For
Yeah,
your
LeRon.
Crossroads show, a PlayStation podcast.
Why are you doing this to me, man?
He has no answer.
Why are you doing this to me, man? Hey, I already got my Black Friday. I already got my Black Friday deal. I got Detroit Become Human for $15
On PlayStation?
on PC. I already have it on PlayStation. I already have it on PlayStation.
Yeah. Okay. So
Austin, I
here's what I'll tell you.
I think it's time for you to be the true host of PlayStation podcast.
I get scared when I host, man.
The funny part is I'm been trying to groom him and Nelly. I've been trying to groom them.
Why are you trying to leave?
I'm not trying to leave. I want to do like you, Corey. I want to be more like the production side.
But I like doing both, LeRon.
I like doing both too, but I want to have the flexibility.
It's fair.
Like okay, like Austin, you got the show tonight. Have at it.
Here's the thing, LeRon. If I host, it's gonna be like Ron Burgundy and Anchorman. Okay?
Never mind.
Script word for word.
Are you gonna read the teleprompter like a question?
Yeah.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
This is Crossroads.
Never mind. I'll stick with it for another 60 episodes.
I will tell you, LeRon, one of these games you should buy on PC, and that's Battlefield 2042. Because let me tell you, there are some things that they decided to do with this game on PS5 as far as like your loadouts and switching your attachments on the fly is a pain for like quick. Like it's not quick and smooth. It's really clunky. You have to pick a directional button to pull out your grenade, which is there's not a dedicated grenade button or anything. A dedicated.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you have to push. So
don't like that.
You hold. So L2 is to hold down your aim down sights. R2 is to shoot like normal. L1 is to switch your attachments now. So you hold L1 and you'll push like triangle to change your scope. Circle changes your clips. And I haven't unlocked enough to do what X and square is, but they are there for some reason. Could be different things, could different stocks or whatever. But then you have three directional buttons. One of them is like a gadget. One of them is a grenade. One of them, I think another one's like a defense gadget. And you have to push on each of those directional buttons and then press R1 to activate it, and then press triangle to get back to your gun. It's really kind of clunky, not smooth. It would be terrible in a Call of Duty or like a Halo sense where it's like arena shooters where everyone's everywhere. It would be an awful thing. But since it's a little wide open, you have a little more time to plan, but still kind of annoying. And I can see where PC would be way easier, way better to do on the fly.
Especially keyboard and mousing it.
Yeah. So it's a decent game. I'm not upset that I bought it, but I really hope that there's a lot more changes coming to it. There's a lot of glitches. There's a lot of funny glitches in it, which I'm okay with because, I love Bethesda games. So, yeah, I'm okay with glitches in games that make me laugh. So, but Battlefield has a lot of them, and it's just, I'm not very good at the game either. I'm way better at arena shooters than like this wide open plane type stuff with different levels, and I'm way better in the smaller spaces. But it's still a pretty good game. However, Deathloop, the other game I've been playing, is awesome. I love it, and what I'll say is because it's going to be on the Game of the Year stuff later, so I'll talk a little bit more about it later. But what I'll say is I love roguelikes. It has a kind of a roguelike element to it, but I hate stealth games. This does enough to where it made me like the stealth game, because if you mess up, there's plenty you can do to reverse it, and it's not going to punish you in the end. As far as I know. Roguelikes, if you die, there's enough to reverse it to you don't lose as much as you would in a normal roguelike. It's a lot more forgiving in both aspects. So I feel like if you don't like stealth games and you don't like roguelikes, you can still like this game because it's very forgiving on those mechanics in the game. I love the character Colt. The main character, he's great. I like Juliana, the girl that's hunting you down. It's really, really cool. It's really funny. It's maybe one of the funniest games I've played in a while, just because Colt is he just like talks to himself in the way that I would talk to myself, and it's like, I don't know. It's a really good game. I'm loving it way more than I thought I would. I really wish that PlayStation wouldn't have shoved it down everyone's throats.
Yeah.
For so long, because I feel like this game deserves a lot more chance than it's getting. So, but yeah, that's all that I've played this week.
It'll get a chance in about 10 months when it hits Xbox Game Pass and everybody finds it for free.
Yeah. but you shouldn't. You should play it. It's good.
I know.
It's great.
You should actually spend the money for it.
I don't have a system to play it on, so.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm not playing some of the games that you're probably playing.
I know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or else I probably would have played that instead of Battlefield 2042, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
To be quite honest.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Stephanie, what are you doing with your life?
I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife.
How was that?
Review on it. It was amazing. There have been previous disappointments with reboots and remakes, and I just think they really nailed it. Like, Sony did a great job and was worth every penny at the movie theater. So, love it. Love all the fan service, but it wasn't, too bad. Like, I just think it was just enough for me. And for playing, I hop on Alien Fireteam Elite and play with Lasby once in a while. Still playing through Guardians of the Galaxy, and I just fired up Metroid Dread again after furiously quitting after dying with apparently to LeRon what is known as an easy boss, but I finally defeated it today. So yeah, I'm between those. I realize I've been trying to take on too many games. Like, for example, I started Far Cry 6. It's been over a month since I played it, and if I were to go back into it now, I won't even remember what I was doing. So I'll just try and limit the number of games I play at a time.
Hey guys.
There's too much to play right now.
Hey guys, the way she described that, did it sound like she was calling me a jerk?
Yeah.
No.
You know what else is easy, LeRon? Sleeves are easy.
Easy muscle race.
as he takes a sip from
his first Yeti.
You know why it's easier on LeRon's is because he's got the emulated version, and so they got easier bosses on it, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he modded it to one-shot all the bosses, and he had all the items at the beginning.
Yeah, he's got God mode on. He's got like a fucking candy cane launcher that one-shot kills.
Mm-hmm. Actually, what I'm trying to do on this next run of Metro is I'm trying to sequence break everything. I'm trying to get stuff like earlier than need be.
It's probably easy to do with a modded version, isn't it, LeRon?
Yeah. He's like going through the walls. He doesn't have the David Jaffe problem. He just like floats through the walls.
I have no comment. I have no comment. I'm not confirming nor denying that anything you've said is true.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Oh! And by the way, just so nobody comes angrily at us, like I spent money for this game, so don't at me.
Looks sealed to me,
he
LeRon.
Spent extra money on that game.
It is not. It is not sealed.
He's got the Peggy.
He only opened the cardboard box. He didn't take the game out. Game's still sealed, guys.
Yeah. He bought the box from someone else that bought the deluxe version.
He used his GameStop hookups and just bought the promotional box for it.
Look.
Cool, you opened the steel case.
Look.
Yeah.
Look. It's open.
He proved nothing.
I don't believe you until you put the game in your mouth and it tastes bad.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'll believe it.
That look, I don't know. He was contemplating doing that.
Oh, he's got one of them fancy cartridge cases. Ooh.
What was that?
Don't do it, LeRon. Oh God, you're gonna regret that.
He did it.
No. The contacts are outside my mouth.
No, but your mouth is gonna start tasting real bad soon.
No, whoa.
Oh, that is disgusting. Oh my God.
I told you.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Kids
put these in their mouths? What the hell is wrong with them?
It's to prevent them from putting them into their mouths.
They still do it.
I'm aware. I have a 3.5-year-old. Also, on occasion, I put cartridge in my mouth to hold it while I was unhooking something and forgot that it was like tasted bad, and then I had that taste in my mouth for a while.
And as soon as your tongue goes across that area, this. Where's my?
I have a confession.
My chapstick at? Oh my God.
I have a confession. Pre-COVID, when the Switch came out, I bought like all the games that came out day one, even like Bomberman and 1-2 Switch.
Yeah, I did too.
And let me tell you, I took back 1-2 Switch before I did. The whole thing about it tasting bad. I had to try it. It's a 1-2 Switch.
1-2 Switch is my nephew's favorite Switch game.
And then took it back to GameStop.
Hey, you sure as hell switched that as soon as you played it, didn't you?
I did disinfect it. But this is
Sure
pre-COVID, so who knows what happened? Who knows what happened? Who knows?
Speaking of putting things in your mouth, LeRon, what are you doing with your life?
I didn't do any gaming this last week, but I've watched enough new premiere shows. Star Trek Discovery season 4 started last week, and I'm a Trekkie, so I'm not going to bore you guys with details. It looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like a nice setup for what's going on this season. I'll move on. We just talked about Cowboy Bebop. I've watched the first 3 episodes of Cowboy Bebop. I'm liking what I'm seeing, despite what I said about like the fight scenes and all that stuff. And like I said, like just going with, don't go on with expectations of seeing a retelling of the anime, because I feel like what they're setting up, like they could set up for like more episodes than the anime actually did. So that's a cool thing about that. I watched 1.5 episodes of Hawkeye today.
Oh, how's Hawkeye?
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're going to
because I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it when we're done recording while I'm editing.
Yeah. Oh man, good luck. Good luck. There's so much stuff going on that you're going to be able to get your edits in.
Yeah. It'll be fine. I don't have to work tomorrow. Okay.
Now here's one thing I like, because you know I get a lot of flack for this. I actually like Hawkeye's character in the movies.
Mhm.
Like he's one. Like I feel like he's me. Like because like remember in Civil War when he went to break Wanda out of the Avengers compound,
Mhm.
and like Vision started whooping his ass, and like one of the things he said when he got like tossed to the ground was like, I knew I should have stretched.
Mhm.
like that is me.
He's so dry. Jeremy Renner is
Yeah.
so dry in his delivery that it makes it funnier. Like that dry
Yeah.
delivery makes it funny.
Yeah, but yeah, like so far what I'm seeing, because like the first 2 episodes are out right now on Disney Plus, which
Mhm.
actually shocked me because they're episode 1 is like 53 minutes and episode 2 is like 40 something minutes. So
Mhm.
I was actually shocked that they gave us like an hour and a half of content. You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
the first week and stuff like that. But so far it's good. I am kind of when it comes to the Marvel Comics universe, like I'm more of an X-Men person. I don't really dabble with the Avengers that much and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
a lot of the characters and stuff are throwing me off. You know.
Speaking of X-Men, did you see that Hugh Jackman might reprise his role as Wolverine in Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I saw that.
I got real excited. I'm sorry.
I saw that. You know, I'm like, good for him because I thought he was trying to quit that character.
I mean, it's probably the same as what's happening in Spider-Man, right? It's just like a one-off thing. Plus they have to get Deadpool here at some point, right?
Mhm.
And that's probably how they're going to get him in is through one of the multiverse movies, right? So,
Yeah. Now, the one thing I will say, and this is not a spoiler for anybody that's already seen the Hawkeye trailers, is that this season's gonna feel like a caper because like he's trying to get all this stuff done before Christmas to get home with his family, and that's the part that's actually making it interesting because like some of the situations he's gotten into, like I can't spoil anything for you, but my God, like, like people are like, he's walking around the street and people are recognizing him and stuff like that. And it's hilarious.
I saw one of the posters that I saw today had them both in the purple costumes, which was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I have like the biggest crush on Haley Steinfeld. I do.
I do too. Shh.
She was in one of the Transformers.
She was in the Bumblebee
right?
movie.
The 5th one? Oh, the Bumblebee one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was also in Pitch Perfect 3.
Yeah. 2 and 3.
I didn't watch the 3rd one.
You should. They're good movies.
I watched 1 and 2.
Those are the movies that I watched. Pitch Perfect. I didn't watch Bumblebee, but I did sure as hell watch Pitch Perfect.
I love me some Pitch Perfect.
So there.
Yeah. So yeah, those are so far based on what I've seen, like Cowboy Bebop, Hawkeye, all give my stamp of approval for as for our Boss Rush listeners tonight.
Cool.
All right.
Neat.
Now, did you watch the Star Trek Nickelodeon animation?
Prodigy is so good.
Oh gosh.
Oh my
Is
god.
it?
Prodigy is so good.
Is it?
The first 5 episodes are out right now. The show's on break. From what I'm hearing, they're dropping 5 episodes at a time, which typical Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network bullshit, if I'm being honest. But first 5 episodes are out. Like so, like I consider that a story arc by itself. Those first 5 episodes are so good. I mean, and like I love how they have this nice balance of like this is supposed to introduce like kids to Star Trek, but at the same time not like throwing Star Trek up at you, but at the same time like they're mentioning stuff and like the Trekkie in me just resonates like all this goodies and all this goodness and stuff that they're throwing out there to his fans and stuff like that. Watch the first 5 episodes. You won't be disappointed. I know for sure. Like episode 1, you can watch on YouTube right now. But episode 2 might be out there. But if not, like borrow someone's Paramount Plus subscription or just.
I'll tell you this that I wasn't really interested in the show until I found out like the Avatar people are working on it, and then I was like, oh, well, I didn't know that. It gave me kind of a sense of what the show's going to be.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Some of the Avatar people are working on it.
They're paying attention to detail to what actually Star Trek is about, so it's not all ham-fisted as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, like I can definitely like if you guys like Star Trek, like I can definitely give you a stamp of approval for both Discovery Season 4, Episode 1, and the first 5 episodes of Prodigy. Like, it's good. It's good.
Well, I will be getting Paramount Plus Friday because of South Park. And so while I watch it, after I watch the South Park event, I'll probably start Star Trek.
Yeah, well,
get through some stuff on there.
Well, yeah, like come talk to me about it once you watch them, because man, like I need more people to talk Star Trek about.
I will get Paramount Plus when Halo comes out.
I knew you would. You were actually.
You're not gonna watch the South Park, man? Did you watch the trailer?
I did, but here's the thing. I have so many subscription services right now. I can't add another one without more than like 1 or 2 things to watch, right? So for me, when Halo comes out, I'll catch up on the South Park stuff and I'll watch Halo.
You could watch South Park, and then you could watch Everybody Loves Raymond, then your month
is that on there
over.
Too?
I think so.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
no.
It's either that or Peacock that it's on.
Oh no, I don't have either of those.
Because that's probably what I'm gonna do.
I love Raymond.
Yeah.
Oh no, Deborah! My Nemo's pizza fell on the floor again. That was my really bad Raymond impression. It's okay.
Can you do a Brad Garrett impression?
Probably. I would have to think of something to say. Everybody loves Raymond.
That's not too bad. Too bad.
Is that it, LeRon? Is that all you?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, I will get back on gaming. I'll get back on Dead Space. Yeah, but I didn't do any gaming last week, and you know what? I think it was actually a nice week. I mean, I did run a couple like bedtime emulators. Like I played Mario vs. Donkey Kong last night before I went to bed on Game Boy Advance, and God, nostalgia.
Game Boy Advance is a great console. Can't wait till it comes to Switch.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like Nintendo would get guaranteed money from me if they bring that out.
Yeah.
If they say it's $100 a year, but they're adding Game Boy Advance, I'm jumping right on it.
Okay, I don't.
Well, the rumor is that Game Boy and Game Boy Color are going to be added to the $20 service, and Game Boy Advance is going to launch through the expansion pack service. That's the rumor right now.
Worth it then. Anything for Game Boy Advance.
God, Game Boy Advance.
I'm not saying $100 paying, but you know.
No. I don't know.
Whoa! I have a life to deal with.
I don't mind paying the $4.16 a month it costs for me to pay for that service. So
yeah,
I'm good. So I guess I'll just talk about 2 games that I'm playing right now. I did pick up the OLED Switch. Very excited.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very beautiful console. I actually have all my white consoles lined up right here, right now. Actually, I rearranged my desk just so my Series S and my my OLED Switch could sit next to each other. I know I'm lame. I can't help it. But I haven't really played any new games on there because the first game I'm going to talk about, Halo Infinite. The multiplayer obviously dropped last week. I was going to talk about it last week, but obviously wasn't here. So I'm going to talk about it tonight. It is very good. It feels like classic Halo. It feels like a good evolution of Halo 3 is what it feels like. The equipment is cool. The grappling hook is awesome. The guns all feel really good. There's a weapon called the Mauler, and it's like a hand shotgun, like a single hand mini shotgun that you can hold, and you can. It's so good. Like you just blast people with it, and they just die in like 2 hits if you hit them like square in the face. It's awesome. The battle rifle feels good. I wish it was a little bit more powerful. It's not quite as powerful as the Halo 2 battle rifle, although people who are jumping in and haven't played Halo before probably aren't going to notice that kind of thing. The shotgun is a little weak also, I've noticed, or I'm just really bad with it. Also, it's very large and takes up the entire screen for some reason. But yeah, man,
BFG.
Halo's really good. Big team battle, all the vehicles feel really good. It feels really good to the other day I was playing big team battle and I was riding in the back of a Warthog to our objective, and there's an aerial vehicle flying over us. So I jumped out of the Warthog, grappled up to the Banshee, kicked the pilot out of the Banshee, and started flying the Banshee, and it was awesome. And then I killed 2 guys and wrecked into a building. But before the building crash, I felt awesome.
Yeah.
The battle pass kind of situation aside, like this game's going to have long legs. This game is going to be around for a long time, and especially at a point where Call of Duty is having a down year. It seems like might be Call of Duty's last year if the law has anything to say about Activision. And kind of the way that Battlefield is kind of broken on consoles, it seems like. Halo being free to play and coming out this polished and this good, and the only thing that people are complaining about are the progression and the battle pass stuff is like, that's easy fix. That's an easy fix, I think.
Which, by the way, I think is a dumb. I mean, I've played many games with battle passes, and the way that Halo's doing it to where you can always get it, you don't have to get it in a certain time frame. I wouldn't even worry about it. You're going to play the game regardless.
Well,
it's all cosmetic stuff. Correct?
You have to buy how it works is you have to buy the battle pass during that season, but it doesn't go away. So, like, you can keep working on that battle pass into the next season, but if you missed the previous season, you can't go back and buy that battle pass.
Okay.
So, but I mean, it's still like it's $10, right? I mean, that's pretty standard for a battle pass. Also, they did already fix the progression where, like, at first you weren't getting any progression on the battle pass by completing a match. You had to complete the daily and weekly challenges to gain progression, but now they fix it to where you get XP when you complete a match, which was one of the biggest complaints, which is nice.
Oh, well, that's understandable then.
Yeah.
Because then you're not letting people play the way they want to play.
Yeah.
If you do daily, weekly challenges.
Yeah. Which I don't care about that stuff. I just want to play the game, and if I progress, I progress, and if I don't, well, it sucks. Because, like, the battle pass this season is really cool. It's all Reach stuff. Like, you get all the characters from Reach's armor, and then the event that's going on right now is samurai themed, and you get really cool samurai armor. If you make it to level 8, you get the main set of armor, and then as you progress, I think there's 30 levels in this event battle pass, which is free. This event battle pass is free, so everything you can earn in it is free. You gain different pieces for the samurai armor, like a belt or a katana or a mask or horns that come off your helmet. It's really cool. So Halo Infinite has Halo's back. I wrote a piece on the site, and I said Halo multiplayer is back, and it's back with a vengeance. So, and I stand by that. So, the other thing that I am playing is Tales of Arise. I played the first, I want to say about the first hour of it. It was a gift.
He's mad at the person that gave him the gift.
I am.
Why?
I am. I want to be mad, but I can't be mad. I don't know. It's just like, here's the thing. So I don't really celebrate my birthday. I don't know. I just don't really.
You're Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah. Yes.
We found you out.
Yeah.
You're the one knocking on my door.
Yeah. Look out your window. There's a van and 2 extremely white, blonde-haired people knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Not yours, LeRon.
Okay,
They only recruit white people.
Wait, we live in a crazy time right now. Like 17-year-olds can cross state lines and kill people.
Yeah, I made that joke to Stoy and Jesse on Arsenal X this week. I said, I hear murder's legal in your state now. It's like the Purge. It's one night only, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, at least it's not legal in Georgia.
Yeah. Anyways, that's a topic for a different show, I guess.
Yeah, true.
But Tales of Arise is very anime, but it's a very beautiful game. It's like a story heavy action RPG. Surprise, the main characters have amnesia, and you have to play through the game to figure out who your characters are, which is funny because I wanted this game, but I was gonna wait till it went on sale to get it the way that Tales of Vesperia is right now, which is $10, which is a good deal for that game. The game's amazing. So I kind of have heard things about the story through podcasts and other people talking about it, whatever. But the characters before Amnesia knew each other, and now they're developing a new relationship, even though they already know each other because they forgot everything. And it's really kind of sweet learning the characters as they learn about each other together. It's kind of nice. It kind of reminds me, I don't know if you guys played Lost Odyssey for Xbox 360. It is backwards compatible on Series X and Xbox One. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's by a studio called Mistwalker. They did Last Story on Wii also, and Blue Dragon. But Lost Odyssey is kind of the pinnacle of their catalog. It's the best Final Fantasy game that isn't titled Final Fantasy. It's actually by 3 of the founding members of the original Final Fantasy.
Mistwalker was Hironobu Sakaguchi's studio, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And anyways, it's about an immortal. It's about some of the characters in that game are immortal and they have amnesia and they kind of have to. There's a lot of reading in that game if you want it, but as you read through and progress through the game, they learn more and more and more about themselves and their history and stuff. And the way these characters are kind of interacting gives me vibes of Lost Odyssey, which is a game I really adore. So, but this person who gifted it to me, I'm mad at you, but I can't stay mad. It was a nice gesture and it's a fun game. So, so.
Seems like forgiveness is in the future. Which, by the way, I have a side rant. Not that this is related at all, but I realize that you cannot gift people a game from the Nintendo eShop. You can only give them a certain amount of money to put in their account.
Yeah.
But come on, I think that's just such an easy thing to do, to be able to give someone a game.
Have you seen the eShop? They can't even categorize their games correctly.
For real.
You can't do that on PlayStation either. I think Xbox is the only one you can gift.
Yeah, I think Xbox is the only one you can do it.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah. So those are the games I'm going to stick with. I've played other things, but I want to get to this Game of the Year, this Game Award stuff, because it is important. I guess somebody says it is.
Yeah.
So let's see. Timestamps are important.
Anything for Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
Love maiden of Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
At least in his own mind.
Yeah. So the first 5 categories here are all esports stuff. I think there are going to be a couple categories that we skip. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about.
I think
esports.
the first category we should hit is the most anticipated game. So there's a lot of games on here. There's 3 on here that I'm incredibly excited for. I know one that Austin will be trying to find that Xbox for.
Yeah.
Most anticipated games on the list are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild and Starfield. Are these games hitting it for you? Is there something missing from this list?
NCAA football 23, but that might just be a me thing.
I mean, I will play NCAA football with you, Austin.
Oh yeah, I'm taking Tulsa to the championship, baby. I'm taking TU Golden Hurricanes.
Hey, I took Kent State to the national championship. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So
I missed it when you could do the Division II schools.
yeah.
So you could be like Norfolk State.
Yeah.
Or like Eastern Middle Bacon University. It's all those. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't see anything missing for me. For me, I'm actually torn about which one would actually win, because it almost reminded me of like 2017 with the Horizon and Breath of the Wild, because I think Horizon Zero Dawn came out in 2017, the same year, right, as Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, 3 days
So it's
before.
I mean, part of me thinks Breath of the Wild might take it just because of what happened with 2017, but at the same time, like Horizon Forbidden West, it's just so, I don't know.
So for me, if I'm going by Keighley logic here, it's going to be Elden Ring, I think.
Yeah.
By Keighley, just by Keighley logic. That's going to be that's going to be the title of the episode, Keighley logic.
Boo.
Plus, they introduced the game, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they?
No, did they reveal it? They revealed it. Yeah,
I feel
guess
like they
did.
revealed it.
I guess they did. Yeah. For me, I think what I would pick is Breath of the Wild 2. That's my personal pick out of all these games. Horizon Forbidden West is a close second.
I feel looking at this list because these are ones that people can vote on. I have a funny feeling that it's going to be a dead heat between Elden Ring and Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think God of War has a lot of pull, though. I think it's going to be between Elden Ring and God of War. I don't know. I think God of War was a good game. I don't think it's a great game. I had a lot of issues with that game. I think the map sucks. I think the quick travel sucks. I think a lot of things about that game could have been better. I think it's a good game. I think it's one of PlayStation's best games. But for me personally, I had a lot of issues with that game. But I think Horizon Zero Dawn is PlayStation's best game. That's my personal opinion.
You know something I thought about the other day, Corey, is God of War is a 3D Metroidvania. It really is.
I guess you could say that. Although you don't really use items to progress, though. You do have to do some backtracking.
Well, you use power-ups for different ways, but
yeah, that's true. Anybody else have anything to say about this category? I think this is
Starfield is my one.
Yeah,
that's who I would pick. I said this the other day that God of War and Horizon, while I am excited for, these are sequels to games that I've already played. So I know what I'm getting. I'm just getting more of it, which is great. I'm not going to even go into my quarrels with Breath of the Wild, but Starfield is the reason why I want Xbox. So it's I will pay $500 just to play that much to play that one game. To be quite honest, I'm very, very excited for it. Follow-up question though: which of these games is least likely to get released next year?
Breath of the Wild 2.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean,
Breath of the Wild 2.
It's
either that or Starfield.
I mean,
we don't even have a title.
I mean, Breath of the Wild was supposed to come out in 2014, and it didn't come out till 2017. So, I mean, to be fair, they did rework a lot. Because if you look at that original trailer and that original gameplay session that Miyamoto and Aonuma it was like the off-screen footage of them sitting together playing it. That game looked a lot different than it does now. It had a more of a, I would say, Ocarina-ish art style, like more of like an Ocarina mixed with Wind Waker art style than it does now. It just looked totally different. The towers looked different. The landscape looked different. It just looked totally different. And I think they want to get this game right. I think they want to really try to optimize it for the Switch, because if you guys remember, obviously Breath of the Wild was a Wii U game that they ported to Switch like 6 months to go. And it, as much as I love that game, it did not run great on the Switch, especially when there was a lot going on. So I think they're really working on optimizing the game for the Switch specifically. But I think out of all of these, I think that's the one that's going to get pushed, which would suck. Because, not that we don't have enough to play next year for Switch already, but,
Us Zelda fans can be kind of ravenous.
No,
Impatient.
that's not true.
Maybe we'll get a Wind Waker HD remake instead. That'd be great.
Hey,
We already have that though.
Can we
just don't have it on a current.
Look,
the Wii U.
if they pushed Breath of the Wild out of next year and they gave us Wind Waker and Twilight Princess together, I would be super okay.
I would be okay.
They will get my money.
Those are the two best Zelda games.
Twilight Princess, best Zelda game.
Wait, stop.
Twilight Princess, best Zelda game.
No, we're not doing this tonight. Next topic. We're not doing this. We are not.
All right. Next is best debut indie. The Artful Escape, The Forgotten City, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Sable, and Valheim. Am I saying that right? But I haven't played it, but just looking at it and from what I know and seen from these games, I would say I would think Kenna Bridge of Spirits deserves this one.
I would be in absolute agreement with you.
Like I've heard of Sable. Like
it's not good. I don't know why it's on this list.
I've not heard one person say they like Sable.
It's bad.
Right?
It's bad. Like, I don't understand why it's on this list at all.
Is that the Keighley Logic there?
Are these the only debut indie games this past year?
I feel like they've been more.
I'm gonna say The Forgotten City. I've heard a lot of good things about The Forgotten City.
Yeah.
It's a game that I want to play. They say it's you got a lot of Skyrim-like play.
Well, it started out as a Skyrim mod.
Yeah, but like real life, which makes it interesting. But I also want to play Kena, so I just haven't got to it yet. Those are the two games that I want to play out of these 5. I don't even know what Valheim is. I remember seeing the Artful Escape.
Valheim is that indie survival, like team-based survival game that a lot of people were playing over the summer. I remember hearing a lot of podcasts talking about Valheim.
Oh yeah,
and it was like super popular for like a month.
That.
And then
it's
I didn't
like
hear
the Fall Guys of last year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Chicory. I've heard good things about Chicory, so
yeah, I'm surprised that's not.
I would
on this
put
list.
Chicory on this list.
Yeah,
I would. Chicory's awesome.
Yeah, like
awesome.
swap out Sable with Chicory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kena Bridge of Spirits is going to win this. It should win this. I can't wait to play that game. That's the reason why I want a PlayStation right now, is because of Kena. It has nothing to do with anything else that's out.
I'm trying to remember if Chicory counts, because I think they may have made a game before.
Yeah.
So that technically their debut.
Oh.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that might be why it's not on here.
Yeah.
All right, touche. All right, cool.
Content Creator of the Year. You're looking at them.
Exactly.
Let's move on.
You guys are content creators in my heart.
Yeah. Write it in on the vote.
Write-ins. All right, so best...
I actually don't know any of those people. So.
Yeah, it's the same thing I was saying.
I recognize the cartoon, but I didn't know that was a creator of the year, you know. I've laughed at some of these cartoons. I didn't know it had anything to do with video games. That's the crazy part.
Wow. Best multiplayer game of the year. I think It Takes Two takes it. Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, and Valheim.
Now, why do you say It Takes Two takes?
Because Keighley Logic, Keighley loves Joseph Ferris, and he comes on the Game Awards every year, and they're like real buddy.
That don't mean he's gonna give him an award. Does he like him more than he likes Hideo Kojima?
It's close. I bet
Hideo Kojima doesn't have a game on here.
I bet if they squatted up in Destiny, they would be a fire team of 3. Okay.
Oh man, I would pay to watch that.
So I mean,
I'm trying to throw my bias aside, but I feel like Monster Hunter Rise might get it. Like that game had like a meteoric rise in sales. You know, like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much it jumped up in sales. And I looked at a breakdown. As a matter of fact, I sent you a video, Corey. That was it yesterday? I said they had a breakdown of like why this Monster Hunter game sold so well.
You did, and I still need to watch it. I bookmarked it. But
yeah, actually, by the time when the PC version of it releases in January, I will have my own like final review for this game before we get to the Sunbreak that I'm gonna actually like write out. It's gonna be like a college thesis, so get ready.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard how the reception was for that Amazon game, that New World?
I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people like it, and then it's actually giving Amazon games some life. Like that it actually has a chance now.
Yeah, it's still in beta though, right? It's
still in beta.
That's like the biggest knock against it right now is that it's still in beta, and I guess what they're trying to work on, because originally, like once it came out of beta, they were gonna wipe everybody's progression.
Wow.
And like the reason why it's still in beta is because they're trying to like not fix the game to where it doesn't do that when it launches.
Interesting. So why would they put a game that's still in beta as a nominee for Game Awards?
They do this
because
all
Jeff
the time.
Keighley does whatever he wants.
They do this all the time. Like Hades was on a list quite a few times when it was in early access. So was PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because
Destiny
some
and
of these
Fortnite.
games don't ever get out of beta.
Yeah.
Like, is PUBG even out of beta at this point?
Yeah.
Is Rust out of beta at this point? Like, what are?
Well,
it's so much limbo right now.
yeah, it's an interesting time for games. We'll say that.
I say it's either It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, or New World. Yeah. I only played Knockout City though, and I did not care for it at all.
Yeah. All right. What's the next category?
Ooh, best sports and racing. LeRon, why don't you take that?
All right. So next up, we have the best sports and racing category. We featured here is FIFA 2021 from Codemasters and EA Sports. I'm sorry, F1 2021. My bad, because there's FIFA 22 by EA as well in there. We've got Forza Horizon 5. Interesting, because there was some controversy about this one.
Yeah,
because
it should be in the Game of the Year list, and it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the controversy. I think it's a fantastic game. Just keep going. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Then we've got Hot Wheels Unleashed by Milestone and Riders Republic by Ubisoft. I tried to pronounce that word, and I don't know what the hell that is. My take on this one, I feel like Horizon's got this in the bag. I do, but Riders Republic is a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard nothing but good things about Hot Wheels Unleashed, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think Forza's going to take it, especially now that they've gotten snubbed from Game of the Year. If they don't win an award, people are going to, I don't know.
Has there ever been a racing game nominated for Game of the Year though?
Mario Kart 8.
Is Forza Horizon better than Mario Kart 8?
Yeah,
Hell yes.
I mean, it's a different type of game.
Hell yes.
First of all.
Hell yes.
I think it depends on your preference.
Hell yes.
I think Mario Kart is better, but that's because it is an arcade, dumb, stupid racer that I'm ready for a new Mario Kart. Forza is something that I jump into once every couple iterations. I do think Forza Horizon 5 is a fantastic game. I think it's beautiful. The racing is great. Like the cars all handle great. It's an easy game for people to jump into without having to know a lot about cars the way that you kind of maybe would for Forza Motorsport. And it's arcadey enough to feel fun, but it's also simmy enough to make it not feel like you're playing Cruisin' USA or San Francisco Rush or something stupid like that. So I think Forza should win. God, this Hot Wheels game though, everybody has something to say about this Hot Wheels game.
My friend, because me and my best friend growing up, we played Hot Wheels on PS1 all the time. That one and Muppets Racing. Those were the two games we played. Yeah. And
what does that look like?
He bought this for nostalgia reasons.
Are they sitting in little cardboard cutouts and like you just see this little hand with Kermit driving around this cardboard?
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't remember a whole lot except for like half the tracks you cannot see shit. Like it's so dark. It's so dark on those games. But then like in between each game, like when the loading screens happen, they'll play like a small part of a Muppets show or a Muppets movie. I really want to play that game again. I need to fix my PS1. Get it back going. I honestly, I probably just need some new wires for it. But he says that Hot Wheels Unleashed is good. He bought the like special edition that came with the Hot Wheels and everything. But we'll see. I just no MLB The Show 21. It's kind of a bummer. And no Pro Evolution Soccer. No. Is on here, so
then they need to make an award for like just terrible games.
Yeah,
Didn't they used to have that award? Like when it was still like the Spike TV Awards or whatever.
Probably. I didn't. Full disclosure, I've never taken the Game Awards seriously.
Nobody does. They're there for the announcements, not the awards. Let's be honest. All right. Let's move on here. We have Best Sim and Strategy Game. We have Age of Empires 4, Evil Geniuses 2, World Domination, Humankind, Inscription, which I know a couple people on Boss Rush really love that game, and Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I think is going to win.
No cap. I think that's going to win also. Just because like Jeff Keighley wants some of that Microsoft money.
Yeah.
Yeah, my vote's to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Although I've heard Age of Empires 4 has been fantastic as well, but
Humankind also. But maybe I just have a bias because I love sim type games. So like those games, like those Age of Empires and Humankind is right up my alley.
Mm-hmm. Although I hear a lot,
baby.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about Inscription.
Mm-hmm. I have to.
That might be the sleeper win.
Yeah, I love that game. It's awesome.
What platform is it available on?
It's the only game that I've been playing on PC. It's on PC. So I wonder why. I think
it might be on Xbox because Jesse's playing it, but I also know that he has a PC that's capable of playing PC games, so I'm not 100% sure.
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up.
I think it is only PC right now, actually, that I'm thinking about.
It might be on Game Pass PC.
Yeah.
That might be a thing.
That might be where he's playing it, is Game Pass on PC. You might be right. You may be right. What's next?
Oh, let me take this. Best Family, the one was pretty much dominated by Nintendo almost.
That's not true.
I mean, it's like so cliche. Anyway, It Takes Two is also here, as well as Mario Party Superstars, the new Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and WarioWare Get It Together.
This is a tough category. Man.
I have to recuse myself from this conversation.
Now,
Does this list make you mad?
No, it doesn't make me mad. I mean, yeah, there's a Mario Party game in there, so like I'm kind of triggered.
Mario Party Superstars is great. Game of the year.
Notice where I was at last week during the Mario Party, the Boss vs Mario Party a-thon. Notice where I was at.
Well, we didn't end up doing it because I had a screaming kid, and then it just fell apart.
Okay. All all seriousness though, like all these games are actually good games. If I were to have a pick, I would say It Takes Two, because It Takes Two legitimately gets people on the couch and co-op.
Yeah, but it's not really a family game. It's like
It's not. It's a co-op game.
It's a game about well, I don't want to spoil it for people, I guess.
For the past few years, I've been trying to break down these categories because sometimes the games they throw in there don't make any sense. But for Best Family, the way it's described is for best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. So I mean, yeah, like technically, okay, let's throw out It Takes Two. So basically, we have all the Mario titles. If I were to call it based off of this, I'd probably have to say Mario Party Superstars is too new. So I'm going to say it's got to be WarioWare.
Really? I was going to say it's Super Mario 3D World because it's multiplayer, it's dumb fun, and it's the best 3D Mario game. But it also any of these games, is a 5-year-old Mario game that they re-released on Switch.
Yeah.
So.
I was gonna say I played Super Mario 3D World. I don't own it, so I've never played all through it. But what I play is great. But I hear a lot of people mixed on Bowser's Fury, but it's a remake. Mario Party Superstars is remakes of the old games, and It Takes Two doesn't count, and Pokemon Snap shouldn't win anything. So WarioWare should get the win. Get the win.
Might be WarioWare. Might be WarioWare.
Yeah. And real quick, since you mentioned like games like not new, so to speak, people should check out one of our banters written by, I believe it's Shane Kelly. The Game Awards take place in January. I was curious about late November games, and
mm-hmm.
I mean they could deserve an award, but it's like,
I think
would you even consider it?
I think the thinking is, which I've heard this on a couple podcasts as well, is like, once the calendar year flips over, nobody cares. Everybody always wants to look ahead, right? And the end of the year is like when we celebrate the year behind us. And once the calendar flips, nobody wants to think about the games that came out last year because they're automatically old games.
It's a good point.
But also, like, you're going to miss Halo. You're going to miss, what was the other game? Not Forza, that got snubbed, that just came out very recently. Shin Megami Tensei, although I don't know if that really needs to be in any of these award things. You would if
it's in the RPG one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Then
I believe so.
Well,
it's got one nomination.
Then I don't know. I messed up. I'm sorry, commenters.
Let's move on.
Yeah, what's our next thing? That's fine.
Best fighting. Wants to talk about that.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do it. All right, so best fighting. This category is described as for the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. In the hot seat, we have Demon Slayer, Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood type Lumina, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and then Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. Now, VF5 Ultimate Fighter Showdown is kind of interesting because that was technically like a free game for a hot minute.
Also, didn't Virtual Fighter 5 come out on PS3 and Xbox 360 and they're still doing content for it?
Yeah.
I mean, Sega, I love you, okay? We're buds since the 90s. I bought all your stupid Sonic games. I bought your megalithic 32X mixed with Sonic and Knuckles mixed with Sonic 2 in it and attached you to the CD-ROM. Okay, I got all that garbage. I got your Sega Saturn even though you didn't promote it correctly. I even supported your Dreamcast, which is your best console, and you abandoned me. Why is Virtual Fighter 5 on this list? Why is Smash not on this list? That's the game. that everybody's talking about is Smash and the characters. Not that it should win, but it should be on the list. If Virtual Fighter 5's on this list, Smash should be on the list.
Sorry. I don't know.
That was my rant.
I have nothing to say about any of these games.
Dude, come on. We have rants about the Game Awards every year. Come on, like that should be par for the course now. Whenever the Game Awards puts a list out, everybody rants.
Guilty Gear Strive is going to win because Arc System Works makes the best fighting games. That's my logic. And what the Melty Blood? What is that?
I've never even heard of that.
Is this some sort of scientific?
It's made by French bread.
A melty blood. Ugh, I don't know.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl couldn't even put voices in it. So it's another like, Demon Slayer, just an anime game.
Stephanie, you're a doctor. What is Melty Blood?
I don't know.
And by doctor, I mean
what happens when your blood melts?
You deal in the medical field.
Blood is already a liquid.
Blood that's melted.
Did you freeze it? Is it like?
Yeah.
Is that like some serial killer's thing? You know how each serial killer has a thing where they just freeze people's blood and then they pull it out like a popsicle and.
Right.
They melt it and spread it across the pizza crust.
Yeah.
Nice pizza pie.
Best role-playing game, best RPG. Who wants to do this one? This is where Shin Megame's in here.
Yeah.
Austin, you haven't done a thing yet.
Yeah, Austin, go.
Alright. Best role-playing game. The best game design with rich player character customization progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. We got Keanu Reeves' Cyberpunk 2077. We got Monster Hunter Rise. We got Scarlet Nexus. We got Shin Megami Tensei 5. We got Tales of Arise. Let me tell you, I've only played one of these games, and it was awesome. And that was Scarlet Nexus.
Yeah, Scarlet Nexus is pretty
awesome
cool.
Game.
I downloaded it. It was like the game I was going to play, and then Halo dropped surprisingly, and I was like, well, I gotta abandon this game, so I'm going to play Halo. But what I played of Scarlet Nexus was cool.
Oh, it only gets better too. The more abilities of people you add, it's awesome. It's great.
So, Keighley Logic says Cyberpunk's going to win.
Yeah.
Corey Logic says Cyberpunk is barely an RPG.
Which, by the way, how does this count since it came out last
Because
year?
it came out in December last year.
It came out after the cutoff. Yeah.
Any game after November 22nd last year is eligible.
I feel like people will riot, like actually riot, if Cyberpunk 2077 wins.
Yeah.
We'll get ready.
Get ready. Me, personally, I think Monster Hunter Rise is going to win. From what I've played of Tales of Arise, the game's fucking awesome.
The game's badass.
Dude,
like,
that game is awesome.
I've got 3 out of the 5 games on this, and Tales of the Rise, actually goes toe to toe with the other 2. Like, I mean, everyone knows I enjoyed Cyberpunk. I did, but I had a more pleasurable experience with Cyberpunk than the average player did, the average gamer did.
Yeah, I mean, I played and finished Cyberpunk also. I liked my time with Cyberpunk. I enjoyed the game. It wasn't anything special.
Yeah, same thing. I can say that.
Yeah.
And everybody knows. Like, if this was the LeRon Awards, Monster Hunter Rise has this category.
God, Monster Hunter would win every category. It would win best fighting game.
Yes,
it would win best family game.
You're fighting those big ass monsters. It's a fighting game. Family game. Like, grab 3 of your siblings or grab your parents and like go fight monsters.
I don't know. Tales of Arise, though. If the next 39 hours are as good as the first hour, I think, dude, that game.
Yeah.
Tales of Arise has some phenomenal production value.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time producer, by the way, on this game, too. So, he knows what he's doing. Well, I don't want to assume. It's a man, but I think it is. So I think Monster Hunter is going to win this category for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, best action adventure game, guys. Who's ready for this?
This one, yeah.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Good surprise there. Metroid Dread. Awesome game, although it makes me feel like an idiot. Psychonauts 2. It was a decent game. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And Resident Evil Village. Man.
Good selection here.
I think
This, yeah.
I think
Guardians of the Galaxy I like, I just don't see them winning this.
Yeah.
Now Jeff Keighley has a say in it.
Same with Psychonauts 2. Like, it's a great game, but I just don't think it's gonna win. So I'm kind of down to Metroid Dread, Ratchet Clank, and Resident Evil Village even. I haven't played it, but I've watched a Let's Play.
Yeah. Psychonauts 2, by the way, Phil Spencer's game of the year, he says. Kind of biased, I guess, since he owns the studio, but yeah, I do too. I don't think Phil would lie, because he said one year that Last of Us was his game of the year. So,
I've only played one of these, but I plan on playing all 5 of these. These are all 5 games I want to play. I think Metroid Dread will probably win. I think it's huge and released at a good time. It's on everyone's memory, whereas Ratchet and Clank and Psychonauts 2 and Resident Evil were at the... Well, Resident Evil, Ratchet and Clank were more early in the year, and then Psychonauts 2 kind of... See, here... I think Psychonauts 2 got a little overpassed just because there's too many games on Game Pass sometimes to where people aren't getting that one jolt of, like, everyone's playing this game.
Yeah, I think
there's so much to play.
I think Psychonauts fans were really excited on Psychonauts 2. I don't know how many people played it outside of Psychonauts fans.
Right. And I think did this game come out about the same time as like Death's Door on Xbox? Because I feel like
I think it came out the week after.
Because everyone was talking about Death's Door, but I knew only a couple people who talked about Psychonauts 2. Unfortunately.
Death's Door, by the way.
I can't wait.
I scanned all the list. That game wasn't even on here.
Death's Door?
Yeah.
It's not on anything?
Yes. I don't recall seeing it. Like, I scanned every list.
I will say,
no, it's on Best Indie.
It's on Best Indie?
Yep.
All right, good. Because I was going to be like, it has to be somewhere.
Keighley Logic, Death's Door, doesn't exist.
Okay, yeah, there it is. I did miss it. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'll say is, based off of only what I played out of all these, I'd go Metroid Dread, but I feel like Ratchet and Clank might edge it out just more.
Spoilers for future in the show. I feel like if Metroid Dread does not win this category, it wins Game of the Year.
That's pretty bold.
Because a lot of times they shove some of Nintendo's first party games in categories, and if they don't win that category, it's usually because it's going to be Game of the Year, and they like to award other games.
Wait a sec. Wait. You know what? We'll revisit this in a second. Because I just looked at the Game of the Year list, and it's interesting.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If Metroid doesn't win this, it's going to win Game of the Year because just based on the list.
4 of these games are on the Game of the Year.
Yeah, that's why I was saying this is interesting.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would say Keighley Logic says Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, I think Keighley Logic says Guardians of the Galaxy is a surprise on this list at all.
Yeah.
No, I just remember the guy raving about it over the summer. I just remember him like just being like super fan 99, you know.
And I guess he was right.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be Ratchet and Clank, honestly, because Ratchet and Clank was basically like in the build up, the PlayStation 5 coming out. Ratchet and Clank was like what they used a tech demo for the freaking PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. Next category, Best Action Game. We have Back 4 Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, and Returnal. I think Deathloop's going to win this.
Deathloop, yeah.
Yeah.
After playing Deathloop and Returnal of these 5, and I will play Far Cry 6. Deathloop is my favorite of the two.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing about Far Cry 6. I mean, they really talked that game up, and yes, the villain, like Esposito, right, is who plays him.
Yeah.
Like that's fantastic. But other than that, it's still another Far Cry game. So I'm just like,
which fans of Far Cry like myself, I'm all in. I love it. I love
Stephanie.
stupidity of Far Cry.
Stephanie,
Great.
we had an entire episode of Crossroads where Austin told us all the things he would do if Giancarlo Esposito just sat down next to him at the bar and started talking.
Oh man! If I swear, if Giancarlo Esposito and Ken Levine were at a bar, and I was right in the middle between them, I don't think anything could hold the bounds of what happened tonight.
wow.
Sounds like a.
And whatever those bounds are, I'll let you imagine.
Save it for after dark, bro.
God.
Save it.
Let's pause this.
But
Pump the brakes.
by the way, I know we're using Keighley Logic a lot in this, and we're acting like he's choosing the winners. We know he's not choosing the winners. I want to point out Grayson Morales, friend of the show, in chat. Love that man. He's a great man.
Hey, Grayson.
It is voted on by Games Media folks and not Keighley. A small percentage of fan votes count too. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah.
Just so we're not getting it in the comments, although like the first half of the show we will. But I mean,
Oh, but that's good to know, because I was wondering if the fan votes that you sign in to vote even mattered.
Yeah, it's like
other times
it's like a small, very small percentage, but it still counts supposedly.
Well, if you look on the each category list, like it only holds 30 votes.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a very small number, to be honest with you.
yeah, it's like less than 1%. I think it might be like 1% of the vote, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how many Games Media people there are out there. It's probably a lot. Anyways, anybody else have anything to say about best action game?
I have a funny feeling it's going to be between Deathloop and Far Cry 6.
Okay.
All right. What's the next category? Sorry, I was writing
It's
this time.
VR. Should we go into that? I haven't played a single VR game.
Yeah, I haven't.
Why
either.
do I? Okay, so best VR AR, which stands for augmented reality game. We got Hitman 3, I Expect You to Die, Part 2, Lone Echo 2, Resident Evil 4, and Sniper Elite VR. I hate to say it, but it's for some strange reason Resident Evil 4 is like the darling of the gaming community. So I have a funny feeling that even though no one's ever played this game in VR, like it's going to be the game that takes the title.
See, I think Hitman is going to win because more people have PlayStation VR than they do the Quest 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And Hitman is also not nominated for anything else, and they want to win an award.
So you're saying it's a throwaway award?
I mean, out of this list, like, it's between Resident Evil 4 and Hitman 3, and Hitman 3 isn't nominated for anything else. So
I think Resident Evil 4 will get it though, because it's like Half-Life last year. Like, this is the game that everyone's talking about.
yeah.
I'm telling you, I feel like I just feel like Resident Evil, like it just like there's something about Resident Evil 4 which I don't understand, because like Resident Evil 4 is not even one of my favorites in like the entire franchise.
I don't like Resident Evil 4, to be honest with you at all.
Yeah, I don't like it either, actually.
I've tried so many times. I tried on the Wii, which people said was the best version. I own the GameCube version. I even tried playing it on Xbox One, and it's just like, I don't know. I just can't get into it. I think it's the whole, you can't use the camera and aim with the right stick, right? Like, I think that's the biggest thing, is it's still stuck on that single stick shooter, old school style. So
yeah, if you want the best Resident Evil 4 experience, play Dead Space 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Innovation and accessibility. Who wants to throw these games out there?
Sure. Far Cry 6, Forza Horizon 5, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and very interesting, The Veil, Shadow of the Crown, which I favor for this category.
What is that
unique.
game?
So I've only I'm gushing about it because I've heard so much about it. It's a game. Have I heard an EXP cast where it's all audio, it's not visual.
Ooh.
So you play based off of how you're hearing things. And I know I'm not doing it justice, but let me see if I can get a quick.
That sounds really interesting.
I forgot that's what the name was of the game, but when Stoy was talking about that, I was like, oh, that's totally different than anything else.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. See, this is why I think it really. So it's an audio-based adventure game, developed by indie studio Falling Squirrel, and it was developed in collaboration with the Canadian National Institute for the Blind. So it was made and tested by blind and low vision players.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool. Actually.
That's innovative as shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
I bet that wins just based off that alone.
Yeah, I know. Ratchet and Clank did a lot of different things, kind of like how Last of Us had had a bunch of stuff added to it. I don't know about the other 3 games what they did, but I feel like the Veil is just so much. It's so different compared to anything else that it'd be a weird thing if it didn't win.
I remember reading some stuff about what Far Cry 6 was doing, but for the life of me, I can't remember what they detailed on it. So I know there was some stuff for innovation and accessibility on that as well. Mm-hmm. I don't know what Forza Horizon 5 was doing, and I don't even know what Guardians of the Galaxy was doing. But so yeah, but
Guardians had a lot of options in their menus, similar to, I don't know if you guys went into Shadow of the Tomb Raider's menu systems or not, but it has a lot of accessibility options for impaired players, not to the extent of what the Veil seems to, but that studio, Eidos Montreal, does a lot of stuff for accessibility.
Mm-hmm.
So, Forza, I think, also has a few things, although I never really went into the menus to look at it, so I don't know what is and what isn't accessible. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think they actually have a whole the controller that Xbox made for the accessibility controller that they made. I think there's a whole control scheme designed around that controller for Forza. So, but I think the Veil wins by a long shot just because of what Stephanie said, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Best community support. There's a lot of old games on this list, guys.
I will say, I think Final Fantasy XIV Online deserves some love this year because they've even grown more. They're getting even bigger. It's insane. That's so much so that they're having troubles. They're adding more servers to it because they can't keep all the people. They didn't plan for it to be this big.
Mm-hmm.
Let's list these games real quick. Sorry. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy XIV Online, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
Yeah. I think
No Man's Sky got the award last year, so I don't think it's going to win it again.
Yeah, I think based on all the things that happened with Final Fantasy XIV this year, I think that wins. I know Destiny has a pretty strong and vocal community, but I don't think that community is in the games industry and press and stuff. Plus, I think they won the award 2 years ago when they left Activision and started road mapping all their stuff. I could see in the future Destiny 2 winning this award next year, maybe again, based on the stuff that they're doing with the Witch Queen and how they kind of give you weekly updates with their blog and stuff. But for me, Final Fantasy XIV wins this. Okay. That was quick. Nice. Best mobile game. Are we going to even try this?
Does anyone have any experience or opinions about these?
Pokemon Unite. That's a game I downloaded on Switch. Never played it, but it's the closest thing that I did to anything.
I played it, and I loved it.
Are you still playing it?
Yeah. I still play it every now and then.
Okay.
A champ.
Wait. Is Pokemon Unite basically like League of Legends, except it's Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Has anyone played the League of Legends Wild Rift that's listed here?
No.
No.
The only mobile game, the only mobile game I'm actively playing right now is Tekken, and I'm surprised that's not on this list because they actually have an esports events that happens like 4 times a year for Tekken, and it's and Capcom is behind it. So I'm shocked that it's not on this list.
All right, neat. Best
Here we go.
indie. 12 minutes. Death's Door. Inscription, sorry, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, and Loop Hero.
All right, guys, talk to me here because I see Death's Door and Kena Bridge of Spirits like having a slugfest here.
I do too, but I also remember a lot of games media people talking about Loop Hero for like 2 months over the summer. So I feel like that could be a sleeper hit. I don't know. 12 minutes is not winning. I think a lot of people had a terrible experience with that game.
Yeah.
I could see any of the rest of the 4 winning this category, though, actually.
Yeah, these are all strong. If I had a personal vote, I'd go Death's Door, but
yeah,
I think any of these minus 12 minutes.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough category for sure.
I think Kena might be the favorite, but I do think Death's Door is going to win. I think it's going to be the sleeper hit. If I was a betting man,
I think Kena is the most memorable of all these games just because of the way it looks and how beautiful the game is and how small that studio is and stuff. Plus, like, them revealing it at the PlayStation reveal also made a lot of people really want this game. That would be the reason why I see that it wins. Also, I'm sure it plays great, but I don't know. Death's Door is an amazing game, though. Death's Door. Keep an eye.
Just dawned on me. Death's Door, Inscription, Loop Hero both have Devolver Digital, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love them. That and Annapurna, which. I don't know.
Yeah, Annapurna did 12 minutes. So, yeah, best indie. This is a good category. This is one to watch for sure.
Yep. No Chicory though, which is a shame.
Oh, again, yeah.
Yep. Sorry, no Chicory.
Don't worry, it's gonna be on the Boss Rush Game of the Year awards. I guarantee you that.
They must hate that game.
They must. Keighley must have fought with someone on that team.
He hates cute animals and coloring books. How dare him?
All right, best ongoing game.
I swear this is like a repeat of another category.
It is.
Right.
Oh man, Destiny 2's not on this list. That surprises me. Honestly, with all the stuff they did this year to make that game like better, I'm shocked that this game is not here. Anyways, Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and Call of Duty Warzone. Final Fantasy 14 wins this by a landslide, I think.
I'm good with
I
that.
want to give a shout out to Warzone because the story. If you're a big Call of Duty fan, like campaign wise, and how they're putting all the Modern Warfare and Black Ops characters and all the World War II characters together, it's kind of cool. It's like your own. It's like the Fortnite universe. It's like a whole Call of Duty universe. It's pretty cool. That's why you got like advanced sights on the World War II guns.
It's the Call of Duty multiverse.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I like it. But, possibly screw Activision because who knows what's going down.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Ooh. Sorry, Activision. You suck.
Yeah. Well, Bobby Kotick sucks. And a lot of other people suck.
I mean, a lot of people that left kind of suck too. Let's be honest.
Well, no, I'm saying there's people at Activision that don't suck.
I know there are.
But
the front-facing people, most of them do suck.
Yeah.
All right, another great category here.
Price would look down on you.
Yeah, well, how do you describe Games for Impact?
Games for Impact, I think it's something that like has a lot of representation, a lot of going out of their way to have inclusion, representation, that kind of stuff. Also, I don't really know the words to say about this, but there's a game that Dragon Cancer, which was a husband and a wife who made a game about their son dying of cancer in this really cool, kind of colorful experience, and that game really had an impact on people. So games like that, I think.
Gotcha.
So we have. Oh, do you want to take this, Stephanie, or do you?
If you don't mind, just because I got excited because Chicory's on here. Chicory.
There it is.
Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend Dungeon, Life is Strange, True Colors, and No Longer Home. I have not played Boyfriend Dungeon. I know that Ed has talked about it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm between Chicory, Colorful Tale, and Life is Strange, True Colors.
Yeah.
I need a minute to think about those two.
Yeah, I think Life is Strange True Colors is going to win because I feel like more people played it. But the way that Grayson talked about Before Your Eyes when he was on a couple weeks ago, like really, like I didn't play it, but like that, it's making me pull for that game now because of how impactful that was for him specifically.
Is that the one where like it watches you and like if you blink it like fast forwards in time?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
So the only one I'm not familiar with is No Longer Home. Then I don't know what that one is.
Yeah. I don't know what that one is either.
Me neither.
But I actually played Chicory, and I loved it. I played the whole thing. It's great. It's a fantastic game. But I definitely could see it not winning this particular category. From what I've heard.
Just real quick, I pulled up just a short summary of No Longer Home. So, No Longer Home is a game about letting go of the life you've built due to circumstances beyond your control. Immerse yourself in the lives of Bo and Ow, I'm sorry if I butchered it, and learn about their dreams, frustrations, and fears. Welcome to the magic of the everyday and somewhat extraordinary.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, just based off what you read in the other games that are listed here, I feel like that game is like it's nice it was nominated type game. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know that sounds mean, but it's kind of what it feels like. Anybody else have anything to say about games for impact? I kind of feel like Life is Strange.
I think we covered it.
All right. Who wants to take on Best Performance? Because there's a lot of names on here that I don't want to pronounce.
I nominate Austin because his boy's up on there.
Yes, nominate the whitest person on this panel.
Yeah, great, thanks. Well, I'm not. Okay.
I'll roll it out, and then Austin will have the first say on this. All right, so here we go. Nominations for Best Performance. These are awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and/or performance capture. We have Erica Mori as Alex Chen from Life is Strange: True Colors. We have Giancarlo Esposito as Anton Castillo in Far Cry 6. We have Jason Kelly as Colt Vaughn in Deathloop. We have Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village. Guess what? She's not as tall as she is in the game.
Are you sure?
And then we have Ozoima Akaga as Juliana Blake in Deathloop. All right, Austin, you're up.
Now, I want to preface this.
Here we go.
Well, this is not going the way you think it's going. Is Maggie Robertson the one who passed?
Wait, no. I don't think she was the one that passed away.
It was someone.
So she's the voice actor. It was the motion capture. Well, I'm blanking on the name.
I thought the person who passed away was one of the sisters.
Was one of the sisters? Yeah, it was one of the sisters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't Lady Dominatrix that you know.
Okay. I'm gonna be. This is also gonna shock you. I have not played Far Cry 6, so I have not gotten the full detail. I do love Giancarlo Esposito. I loved him in the trailers that I did see. But Jason Kelly and Oziama, I would say, is how you pronounce her name.
Yeah, Oziama.
They're both fantastic in Deathloop. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I love their characters so much, and the way they talk shit to each other in the game is fucking rad. It's great. I have to give I think I have to go a little bit more on Jason Kelly's side, just because his character resonates with me. Just like the way that he like talks to himself and like gets down on himself and then builds himself up, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like he's inside my head almost. I'm like, this is how I would talk. This is how I talk on a normal basis. So, but I would give my vote to Jason Kelly, to be quite honest. As much as I like Giancarlo Esposito.
Okay, that's very fair of you.
I feel like a lot of things I hear about Deathloop, the acting in it is what a lot of people like about it, and I tend to lean towards what Austin says. I do think a lot of people like Juliana better than Colt. Based, I'm trying to.
She's cooler
because of how
Juliana's a lot.
Because of how the internet thirsted over her character. Is that why?
No, that would have been Lady D.
Well, Lady D was definitely. Juliana's cool. Like, she's a cool character in Deathloop. Cole, like Jason Kelly's character is Cole. He's kind of a dimwit. He's like, I don't know. He's kind of a dummy. He's a lovable dummy, which I recognize with. So I can understand people liking Juliana better. But I mean, Lady D might just win just because all
everybody's
the
thirsty.
boys come to the yard.
Yeah, I feel like
all the boys get to the yard.
I think Lady Dimitrescu will win this one. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of feel
gut
that.
feeling.
I feel that way too.
But I also didn't play True Colors either, like at all. So who knows? She could have been great.
Well, I feel like that's another part where I think more people played Deathloop than Life is Strange, and they're gonna vote for the people that that played the game.
They connect with.
Yeah,
they connect with better. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
I don't know if anyone played Resident Evil 8: The Village when Lady D like threw that vanity across the room. I think I think that alone is like a winning performance.
Yeah,
that's fair. All right, best audio design. We have Deathloop, Forza Horizon 5, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, and Returnal.
Best audio design. You know what I will do is I will rate these. I will rate these in order by how audio design was used. So I'm going to rate these in order from top to bottom. I'm going to say Resident Evil Village, Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, Forza, and Deathloop.
Oh, I gotta highly disagree.
Okay, what's your take?
Returnal's one. Returnal's one. It's the sound in that game, like the sound, the art style, like how like the graphics work, how the controller works is so cool. Like it's designed so well, and you can tell when enemies are behind you just by listening to it. Like anyone playing that game without headphones is not playing it right. It needs to be played on there. I haven't played Forza and Resident Evil, so I don't know about that. But I could say as far as the three games I have played, Deathloop and Ratchet and Clank, Returnal I think is one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of think it's going to be between Resident Evil just because it's a horror game and people like to play with sound in horror games, I feel like. And then Returnal because I think Returnal is a game that people really like and should probably win something, but they don't know what to make it win. So,
wait. What was my order? Didn't I say Resident Evil, Ratchet and Clank, then Returnal?
I don't remember what you said. I'm going by what I think.
You never listen to me.
You're right. You're my online wife. I don't listen to you. And then I'll hear about it later, passive aggressively. Oh man, she's not listening. I hope that's fine. She didn't hear that. All right,
it's okay. I've said worse.
I mean, but in all honesty, though, like these are some really good games they have for this lineup. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's starting to get hard.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Not a single word, please. Okay. Best score in music.
I'm out. I am not the music guy. I don't care.
For outstanding music inclusive of score, original song and or licensed soundtrack, we have The Artful Escape, Cyberpunk 2077, Deathloop, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Near Replicant version 1.22474487139.
All right, that one's disqualified just for having a complicated.
Okay, now if I'm being completely honest here, I have a funny feeling Cyberpunk's going to win this one because remember last year they had Grimes like perform that song at the Game Awards from the soundtrack.
Yeah,
I have a funny feeling I can kind of see where this is going.
Yeah.
But based off the music that I've heard from all these games, Cyberpunk does have a nice soundtrack. I have all 7 albums.
Wow.
Deathloop has a banging ass soundtrack though, and I have a funny feeling Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is going to take this one home.
Really? Because like I was kind of afraid of that because I got the whatever deluxe whatever edition you want to call it for Guardians of the Galaxy because it comes with a key to get their soundtrack. But I'm just not as familiar with the other games on here to tell how it would compare.
See, and I don't want to discount the Artful Escape because, number one, it looks like a game I'll never play. Like, it just doesn't look like my type of game.
It's a game all about the music, though. That's like the whole point. Is it's a journey about him creating his own music.
So why wasn't this in the best audio design category then?
I don't know. Do I look like an audio designer to you? No.
Make it make sense.
I can barely make this podcast make sense. How am I supposed to? You expect a lot out of me. Again, you are my internet wife who expects way too much out of me.
Our buddy Aaron Domingos in the chat, shout out to you, man. Like you've been very active tonight, and
yes,
we appreciate it.
Thank you. A lot of active chat tonight.
Yeah, he mentioned that if you haven't listened to the soundtrack from the Nier games, you're missing out. From what I remember from Nier Automata, like that was a pretty nice ass soundtrack. So I just have not touched Replicant, so I don't know what's up. That's all.
By the way, did you see all the Nier memes going around the internet this week for Xbox backwards compatibility? Because the original Nier, right? So this is a remake of remaster of the Japanese version, which stars a different character than the release in the American version. This version stars the brother of the girl that's missing, and the U.S. original release starred the father, and now the memes going around is Daddy Nier is back. Just like,
I haven't played Nier Replicant, but Nier's original soundtrack was really good. Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, does it include the licensed music?
Yeah, like that's the thing. If it does, like that to me should like
that shouldn't count.
It should be disqualified for that, right? Or at least don't judge it based on the licensed music.
Yeah.
So
I like Deathloop's soundtrack. And I don't know anything about the Artful Escape, although I probably would like it. I feel like I would like the Artful Escape soundtrack if I just knew what it was. My vote's on Nier, though. The Nier soundtrack's great, but I don't know if it's much different than Nier Replicant.
Yeah. All right. Well. Anyways.
All right, we're getting near the top.
We are. Mm-hmm. Best art direction. The Artful Escape, Deathloop, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart are your categories. For me, I think Psychonauts 2 actually has a chance at winning this because of I don't know if any of you guys played this, but every level is a different personality, and the level is designed around this person's personality, and one could be super colorful and vibrant, and one looks like you're tripping acid, and one is kind of dark and kind of just depressing, and then one of the levels is kind of hand drawn chalk kind of level one. Some of the side stuff is like you're in a doctor's office, but you're jumping through the x-rays that they're hanging up on the light board and stuff, and it's like there's a lot of really cool art direction in Psychonauts, to the point where I'm like, if this doesn't win, I might be disappointed, even though I'm not like the biggest Psychonauts fan. It does a lot with art direction.
Yeah.
I say it's between Psychonaut and Kana. I mean, like visual, like Deathloop is a very visually striking game, as well as Ratchet and Clank. But in all seriousness, Ratchet and Clank, okay, all seriousness, like Ratchet and Clank is a beautiful game, but guess what? It also looks like every other Ratchet and Clank game, except with higher fidelity graphics. So yeah. I hate to say it, because like it's actually a contender for one of my top game of the years, just from games I played this year. But But Cannon Bridge of Spirits, when you look at it, Cannon Bridge of Spirits looks like a freaking it looks like it should be a freaking Pixar movie.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I wish I knew more about the Artful Escape. Like the more you guys talk about it, the more I'm going to have to check it out. Because like I said, like at face value, it looks like a game I would never want to play. But you guys have talked about it enough that I'm going to look into it.
I remember seeing the trailer for the Artful Escape, and it was, to me, something like, if I were to ever take acid, that's what I would see.
Oh, no.
But not in a bad way. It's just like this explosion of color and just...
It kind of reminds me of, like, Psychonauts meets Tim Burton a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So...
That's me,
that's
though.
Not... I did not mean that in a negative way, but that's why I'm like, well, Artful Escape could possibly be a contender, because it just went in a completely different direction as well. So
yeah,
I agree with LeRon. I think it's got to be Kana or Psychonauts 2. I think Psychonauts 2 is the game, even though I haven't played it, I think that's the game I would want to win, because I love more interesting new ideas. But there's no doubt you can't deny what Kana looks like. It looks like a Pixar movie. It looks great. It looks like it should be on Disney Plus, streaming now. But now that Stephanie said that, all I could think of, I didn't even mention the Radiohead experience I played. It was an acid trip for sure. I'm glad that I was prepared to take a trip like that. That's all I'll say.
Is it a short game? Is it short?
Yeah, it took me maybe an hour and a half to get through. It's a way to experience the album, and depending on how you act on certain things, if you get easily horrified, maybe don't. Maybe just play it. So,
you know what? I honestly like when musicians and artists and stuff like take risks like that, because it's very few and far between. Like Pink Floyd, like the Wall album, then they make an entire music basically a long form music video for that entire album. Daft Punk and Interstellar 5555. That was they took an anime movie and just scripted it completely from the Discovery album for Daft Punk. So I appreciate stuff like that, especially with music, because when you fuse,
you should check this out. You should check this out if you appreciate stuff.
I have it both loaded up on my PC and my PS5. So I'm just trying to. I might actually play on the PS5, because now that I got my TV kitted out with that light system, it's like I need to see this.
Yeah, that's right.
I need to see this. But stuff like that, like this is how you get people to appreciate music a little bit better, because music and art at the same time, actually, so I'm down for stuff like that.
Neat. All right, we only have a couple more here to go. Best narrative is the next category. We have Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange, True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Psychonauts 2. I think It Takes Two runs away with this. Mostly because I liked what Psychonauts 2 did with the story, but it wasn't... I mean, it told a really... fun is a really not the word you want to use with this, but it told like a really refreshing kind of fun story on dealing with mental health and the different ways you have to deal with mental health depending on situations you're in. I think that's really important. Obviously, Life is Strange is about inclusion, and that's really important to tell. Guardians of the Galaxy has a lot of cool, smaller moments. I don't know if the overarching story is really narrative.
It's about family.
Yeah. It's basically Fast and the Furious, but,
Aliens.
And then Deathloop, I hear the character, like, the main characters are cool, but the story kind of is not great. So I think It Takes Two, based on what the story they're telling, plus how deep the story is and where it goes, and the ending is... I think it runs away with it. Clearly runs away with this.
Me and Ed got to play through it, but I think It Takes Two is probably the heavy favorite for narrative. I haven't got deep enough in the story for Deathloop to know if the story is that good, but I definitely like the characters more than I do the whole idea of it.
Anybody else?
I agree. I agree with what both you guys have said.
Cool. All right, guys. Two more.
Best game direction. A lot of familiar names here. Deathloop again. It Takes Two. Returnal. Psychonauts 2. And Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
Boy, I tell you right now, I feel like It Takes Two and Ratchet & Clank to fight for this one. The reason why I say those two games, but I want to say I feel like it's going to be mainly Ratchet & Clank though, because Ratchet & Clank, there was so many themes like going on in that game. Like, it talked about trauma, it talked about friendship, it talked about personality, and you got It Takes Two, which is basically like it's the ultimate co-op game, and it's about two people just trying to survive and get through something.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Deathloop wins this just because, like, I feel like a lot of people really love this game, but it's not good enough to win Game of the Year, but it does something really, I think people are starting to really appreciate what Arcane does in their games. And, I mean, I know Sony kind of shoved this game down our faces the last year and a half, but when it was initially revealed... That trailer and the art style and just like what they were trying to do with it really stood out.
It was mind-blowing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like the 70s kind of like Art Deco style, like that kind of thing. And just, I don't know. I feel like Deathloop wins this just because of that alone.
I'm going to actually say, I'm going to take a left here. I'm going to say Returnal. Because it's outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction design. I think what Housemarque did was do what Hades did last year and even up the game for roguelikes. But they also did a lot of stuff with like the controller and, like I said earlier, the sound design. No game uses the PS5 DualSense more than Returnal does, as far as like your triggers and stopping or clicking whenever gun's empty or recharging, or you could feel the raindrops on the actual controller as it's falling. There's a lot of cool different stuff they did that I think Returnal breaks through. I Deathloop is also new and interesting, but I think Returnal did a lot more than the other games.
I don't know, Austin. I think your description kind of swayed me toward Returnal on this. And I'm also kind of getting in my own head where Returnal was nominated in the other categories. And I feel like if they were to take one, they'd take this one.
Yeah, this is the one that I think it can take. There's a lot of problems with Returnal. I will be the first one to admit that. But I think when it comes to this in particular, I think they did a really good job. Maybe too well because, as a lot of people say, it also got really hard on some of the stuff, but I think it totally did something new. It did something new and refreshing in a genre that I particularly love.
Yeah, I mean, it took their previous titles like Resogun and Super Stardust and turned it into a 3D or a third person shooter, which is really kind of unheard of, really.
Yeah.
At this point, you know, I mean, there's like arcade shooters out there, but this did something like really unique in that space, and I think that alone probably gives it a little bit of an edge too. Now that you're kind of swaying me too. No, I don't like this. Shut up, Austin.
Hey.
Oh, Austin's good at this crap.
I like a lot of these games. I played 3 of the 5. I definitely want to play the other 2, but I love Ratchet and Clank, and I'm not giving it any love on any of these on these lists.
I feel like Ratchet and Clank was just like another solid entry in Ratchet and Clank that's kind of prettier, I guess.
That's my opinion.
Yeah,
and honestly, I don't think it's the best Ratchet and Clank game either. It might be my 3rd favorite, maybe 4th. That's me.
Okay, that's kind of low. So, like, yeah, we're not gonna fight tonight, though.
No,
not tonight.
No fighting tonight. You know what we are gonna fight over?
We'll fight later.
You know what we are gonna fight over? This Game of the Year list.
Woo!
Guys. Game of the Year. The nominees are Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village.
Metroid Dread. Just gonna stick it out there.
I mean, that would be my pick out of this list for sure. I think Outriders got snubbed. Jerks.
That's right. Where's the Outriders at?
It wasn't on any of these lists. I'm very disappointed. I'm very
By the
disappointed.
way, did you go back and play?
I re-downloaded it and I started playing and I forgot what the hell I was doing. So like I had to like kind of go into what I was doing. But man, Outriders is so good. Game of the year.
I just played some random. When you finish the story, you can just play like random missions, and that's all I did.
Yeah,
and I was like, man, this game is so much fun.
I know, it's so fun. Psychonauts and Ratchet and Clank, I think, are not winning this for sure.
I agree with that.
I feel like Psychonauts is like, yeah, this was a nice nod for them to get. I think there are better. I feel like there are better Xbox game studios out this year that, you know, better than this. But it's cool to see that Double Fine got the nod. I think also Ratchet and Clank is a visual showpiece for the PlayStation. I don't know if it's, like I said, the last category. I think it's another great entry to an already stellar franchise. Man, I really think Mercury Steam did something really wonderful with Metroid. I think that it's made me want to play Metroid games more and more.
Yeah, it's they really, when I say revived a franchise, I know there's lots of Metroid fans and they have been releasing games throughout the years, but it's just, if you look at Nintendo's primary IPs, Metroid, its time was due.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I say that right, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sleepy, and I just feel like the ability for Mercury Steam to really do Metroid justice, I feel like deserves that recognition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely revitalized love for the franchise for sure. I think it's made it more mainstream. It's already the best-selling Metroid game of all time, right? It's closing in on what they say, like 4 or 5 million at this point. Which is a lot for a 2-day Metroid game. It's I don't know. I think it's turned Metroid into a mid-tier franchise for Nintendo as something they want to look at pushing in the future for sure.
Here's my thing. Game Awards. Why love Monster Hunter? Like you had 2 phenomenal Monster Hunter games come out this year.
They only nominate good games, LeRon.
Okay. All right.
As I'm sitting here staring at Monster Hunter Rise to purchase because it's on sale. So I would love to see Metroid win just because of that reason alone. Man, it's to me, it's between Metroid Dread and Deathloop. I think Resident Evil Village seemed like everybody loved it, but I feel like a lot of people think Resident Evil 7 is better. And so I feel like they are going to not win because of that fact. I don't know. Deathloop or Metroid Dread for me. I want Metroid Dread, but I think it's between those two.
I think it's going to be those two. Out of the 2 games I played, it's Deathloop for me. But I think Metroid Dread will win because I just think it has so much hype around it, more than Deathloop does. And even after I play, Metroid, It Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, and Resident Evil Village, which I will, I still think Deathloop's probably going to be my favorite. I'd be happily surprised if any of them beats Deathloop for me. But I think Metroid Dread just has so much hype, especially for a franchise that seemed to not have a huge following, and now all of a sudden it's gigantic.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's a big.
Dread opened up Metroid from being a Metroid fans franchise to a Nintendo fans franchise, right? Like I think that's
right.
I think that's something that Metroid Dread did, and it did so well. And I think partially is because like the Switch is so successful. Let's not take that away. I think a lot of Nintendo fans just buy everything on the Switch, right? Like, I mean, I'm no different than that, right? Like every time a Nintendo game comes out, I want to purchase it right away. But in turn, I think that helped a lot of people discover Metroid for the first time and discover how great this game is in turn. And I think that says a lot. I really do. Plus, like the marketing and stuff they put behind this game, like with all those Vidocs and the let's review the history of Metroid on Nintendo's YouTube channel, and what were they calling those things? Those 8 videos that they were doing, recounting like the story of Metroid or whatever on Nintendo's website. Like those were all super interesting and something they don't do for any other franchise. They marketed this game hard. I still see advertisements for Metroid Dread, and it's almost. I mean, Pokemon's out, and I'm still seeing ads for Metroid. So, I mean, I don't know. I would like to see Metroid Dread win, although I feel like a lot more people played and loved Deathloop. To me, based on the amount of people who played each game, I feel like Deathloop will probably win, but I want Metroid to win. As if I didn't say that already like 4 times. All right. We did it, guys.
Woohoo!
Go team.
Yes.
Yeah. Game Awards are happening. When are they? I don't even know when
December 8th?
December 8th. Ooh, close.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I'm kind of more interested in what will get announced, if anything gets announced. But hey, we'll take these awards in stride.
Yeah. Anybody have anything they want to predict gets announced? Like one thing before we get out of here?
Oh, man.
I think Xbox is going to announce a new title here.
Okay, that's way too broad.
No, I think it's going to be Compulsion's next game. It's going to be Project Midnight, whatever that is. It's like a steampunk third-person shooter type game. I think the concept art looks really, really cool, and I really hope the game looks like the concept art.
I'm going to go with low-hanging fruit here and go Twilight Princess, Wind Waker HD, either combined together or separate port.
What are you doing to me? I'm already mad at you.
Like, I feel like that's more likely than getting a title for the second Breath of the Wild. I feel like that's not going to happen until we're going to come times closer to the release. Anyway, I'm pissing Corey up.
Man,
you know what?
No, I'm just gonna mute.
I said at the beginning of this, I'm gonna say it now. NCAA football 23. Let's go. College football 23.
At the Game
Let's
Awards?
Go. Yeah, why not? Fuck it,
what?
let's do it. Let's do college football 23.
You know what? I'm doing the Hail Mary on this one. Bully remake.
Oh.
Rockstar needs to take some attention off of their debacle right now at the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Collection. So hey, like they want to get people to stop talking about them in a negative light. That will do it. Yep.
Bully expansion now free in Grand Theft Auto Online.
You know what? I would love to see what Jimmy Hopkins looks like grown up. I really would.
I also think there's a chance that they announce a release date for the Metroid Prime HD trilogy. Although there is a rumor now that it is only the first game and not the entire trilogy.
That's a little disappointing.
Because I guess they're really struggling to get the controls down for Metroid Prime 3 because it was on the Wii. And I don't know. But like to me, you just move the motion to the right stick.
Didn't they do that with Skyward Sword HD?
Yep. Yeah.
Same.
That was my suggestion on Nintendo Power Block about 5 years ago. Was they just move the motion controls to the right stick and everything would work out fine. I guess Miyamoto, friend, old Miyamoto, Shiggy Miyamoto, my buddy, listen to our show. Good friend of mine.
You know what? Next time somebody's in like an area where they know Miyamoto's going to be at, just drop like an iPod with this show loaded on directly to it, just right on his desk, just right where he's signing like autographs and whatnot. Just drop it right there and just don't even say anything. Just drop it. Walk by him. And when he looks up at you, just give him that look and that wink, and keep walking.
Shiggy me, that's what I call him.
Shiggy me.
All right, let's get out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching and/or listening to this episode of the Boss Rush Podcast. Remember, you can listen to the show every Wednesday night live on twitch.tv/Boss Rush Network or on YouTube and podcast services every Monday morning, as well as on our website, bossrush.net, where you can catch all of our content. Austin, thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate your time. Yeah. I know you're a busy man. So
anytime, man. I'm glad that I get tomorrow off.
Yeah.
I was quite shocked, actually.
Yeah.
They did ask.
They did ask.
They did ask.
Where can we find you?
You can find me at PlayStaustin on Twitter, and add me on PlayStation, add me on Switch. It's all out there. Just find me anywhere. I want to play more games with more people. Who knows what can happen?
Let's see what happens. LeRon, where can we find you?
You can catch me everywhere. Exodus 803, EXODUS 803, Gamertag, social media, Twitch and YouTube channels. That's it. Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Crossroads PlayStation Podcast. I know every time you hear me announce that time, like it always seems like shift by 30 minutes. It all depends on who we have in the fourth chair. So sometimes it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes it's 8:30. So just be aware of that.
Stay tuned to the socials, and you'll find out.
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter at Klimov_author, KLIMOV, and you can find my articles on bossrush.net.
And you can find me at I am Corey in HD on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me hosting Arsenal X, the Xbox podcast here on the Boss Rush Network. Check out, I wrote something on the Boss Rush Network. It's probably out of date now because it's about Halo and the release, but you can check it out anyway if you want. bossrush.net. Go there, bossrush.net. It's like that. It's like those infomercials that repeat the end of the thing.
Check out the store.
Yeah, oh yeah, merch store.
Nice.
Go buy something. It'll be good for you.
Yeah.
It'll be good for you. Mm-hmm. Anyways, like, subscribe, share, rate, and review wherever you listen to our nice program here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and until next week, we love you. Goodbye. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.